boyfriend or ex-girlfriend on their mind. Yeah, I'm telling you. Listen, have you ever good Annie, good Annie, bro? Have you ever been? That's why they call. I'm telling you. Have you ever been sleeping for real? And all of a sudden, bam! You just dream about somebody that you ain't slept with in years. You ain't been with. You ain't talked to. You ain't. It's because many times when them people are thinking about you so hard, they end up in your sleep. Thank you, Ro. They end up in your sleep, and you don't even know. You think, is something wrong? Did I miss the person? No, sometimes you ain't miss them. It's just that they're thinking about you and sending them, when they send you the energy because they are still connected to you, right? Hey, Juanita. Thank you, Ro. They are still connected to you. They don't want to detach. Because as soon as you begin to detach from them, they come back. A lot of times they come back. It's like they feel that pull of your spirit. They feel that spirit go away from them. And then they begin to call you back. They begin to tell you, hey, how are you doing? Hey, stranger. I'm telling you, as soon as you begin to get rid of them in your spirit, they feel your presence slipping away. This is real. They feel something is missing. And it's you. Is this really? Yeah, God, yeah, never, for real. Listen, we don't even realize how powerful these connections are. These people be calling you back. You can feel when a man or a woman disconnects from you. You can feel it. Because you begin to feel different. Your body begin to feel a little weird. Your spirit begin to feel a little, something is missing. Miss Daniels, how are you doing? Namaste. Welcome. They can tell when you are detached also, and that's why they keep coming back. That's why they try their best to call you, and you will always hear that, hey stranger, right? Hey stranger. But then you haven't fully detached yet. You was on the verge of slipping away, but they felt you slipping away. So they called you back because they don't want to detach. Because you are a convenience. You become something to do when they are bored. You become something to do to strike their ego. This is what people do. And this is not just men. Women do it too. It feels weird when somebody's connection leaves you. Especially when you have been used to the same connection for years. Margaret, yeah. Hey, good morning. I'm telling you, when you have been with somebody for so long, for many years, being friendship, when they pull away, even though you know the relationship should end, you still feel funny because that soul tie, that spirit entanglement, that quantum entanglement, it changes how you feel. See, when you're with somebody, you don't understand that you are entangled, especially when you've been with them physically, emotionally, spiritually, you have been entangled. And anytime you pull away, you begin to feel funny. Because the entanglement is beginning to break. This is real. This is real, man. So listen, if you're up at night thinking about somebody and you can't stop thinking about them and how it should have ended and how it should have been and how we should have looked, you gotta relax. It should have ended how it ended. It should have ended how it ended. You know what I'm saying? It ended the perfect time in the perfect way. Relax. Don't try to, think about how it should have gone and if I didn't do this and if he didn't listen, they did what they did. Sometimes when it's time, it's time. And to be honest, right? I live here. And to be honest, when it's time to go, right? When it's time to go, you can't stop them from not going. I don't care. Nothing that you can do. Hey, Earth Angel, how are we doing? Nothing that you can do. When something is meant to happen, ain't nothing that you can do to put it back together. My husband left over a year ago and I feel funny. Yeah, I'm telling you. It feels funny. Thank you, Miss Danielle. They're growing, man. Good energy is growing them. Hey, Brenda, you said release them. Release them in love. Is an entanglement the same as a soul tie? Same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. Entanglement, that connection. Hey, Kat, how you doing? You said release people in love, man. When you release them in love, it happens easier. You know what I'm saying? When you release them in love, you're not fighting. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love her. You're not fighting anymore. Oh, I love them still. Hey, Exit Stage. How you doing, girl? Tina. But seriously, when you release people in love, it's so easy. It's so free. Because you don't have to. Listen, you're going to still love people. Love them. Love them all. You want to love them. But, hey. When you leave somebody with a smile in your face, well, you don't go back. You smile. Hey, listen. We had a good time. I made a video, right? I made a video. Hey, Tiara. I made a video and I say, release people in love. And somebody was like, but why, if you love somebody, why would you let them go? Because sometimes love doesn't always mean keeping. Love does not always mean we got to be together. Love does not always mean we belong together. It doesn't mean that. It means that you love. It means that you have accepted somebody. It means that you have get to know somebody. It means that you have an entanglement. It means that you just, sometimes it means that I want the best for you. And even though the best might not be me, I still love you. Can you be man enough or woman enough to experience that? Can you be woman or man enough to know that? That's the question, because many of us can't. Many of us, we want to only... See, sometimes, man, the truth is, you always know if somebody is good for you. You always know if somebody and you won't work. By their behaviors, their actions. Thank you for the gifts, Tiara. By their behaviors, by their actions, by what they do, by what they're saying, by their by their goals and desires. When you ask somebody, listen, what do you see? When you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or a man or a woman, we ignore. When you have a person and you ask them, hey, where do you see yourself in 3 years? And when they thank you, Elle, thank you. When your name is not mentioned in that future, when you don't hear I see us, pay attention. When you hear listen, where do you hey Bobby. Hey Bobby, so I have a question, right? Bobby, I have a question. I don't know why I choose Bobby. Bobby's a cool name. Jacinta, how are you doing? Hey, Bobby. Yes, what's up? Where do you see yourself in? And don't say it. Say us. Don't say where do you see us. Say not Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. You say where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? And he's telling you all these things. Hey, listen. Yeah, I see myself having my own business. I see myself working hard. I see myself, living in this house and a nice car. That's it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. When you don't listen and hear us, when us is not involved, when you don't hear, well, I see us. Because if a person really loves you, whether man or woman, us is going to be a different pronoun than me. Think about it. Us is going to be different from me. Us, if a woman loves me, for real, and I say, baby girl, what's a woman's name? Damn, I'm blank. Hey, Sonia. I don't know who the hell named Sonia. Sonia, where do you see yourself in 3 years? Oh my God. Especially if she loves me, she's gonna be like, I see us. I see us being happy. Hold on, I said, where you see yourself? I'm just saying. You asked me. I'm just telling you what I see myself. I see myself with you. I ain't like you, because the woman, because you know how women are corny. You know what I mean? You are a little cornier. You said things that's cute. And that's the truth. Because you want to see what he says. Because you want to say, I see us, and you want to listen to what he's saying to see how he's feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kat. You want to see I wonder what he's going to say if I say this. Let me see how he respond. And then when you say, I see us, just traveling. Because, you're going to put, I see us, living together in a nice house. And he smiles and he like, yeah. Y'all got to pay attention, man. Pay attention to what people are saying. But I'm telling you, the point was this right here. The point was this. The point is this right here. Well, you say not you never. Maybe because you're single. I think you all are so afraid. Now, I think all these things are based on fear. Hey, Yvonne, how you doing? I think all these things that we do these days are based on fear. Not you never. Why not never? Why is wrong? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that experience? Because you are afraid to be disappointed. You are afraid to be rejected. You're afraid of rejection. He would be so annoyed. That's not what I'm telling you. Listen, if he doesn't want to hear it, I think you are too afraid. I think you all want to live. Queen Aya, how are we doing? I think you are afraid. Speak the truth. Just speak the truth. And if a man don't want you, he doesn't want you. And if a woman don't want you, she don't want you. It is what it is. That's it. and what you are afraid of? If he don't want you, I promise you, somebody else will. If she don't want you, somebody else will. There's 7.8, probably 8 billion people on this earth. We focus on one. We feel so lost when one person rejects us. I think, especially women, boy, you are afraid of rejection. Yeah, L, for real. Facts. But guess what, though? Guess what, L? Guess what? It hurts us, too. Rejection hurt us, too. We're just used to it. You see what I'm saying? Mine don't want me, but he's still not leaving. Now, check this out. What's up, Chosen? How we doing? Hey, T, always. Check this out. If you say mine don't want me, but he still ain't leaving, that means, what are you doing? That's pretty silly, right? That's pretty silly. If you know a person don't want you, that means you're desperate. Well, he don't want me, but, I'm not going nowhere. You know how desperate that is? To know somebody don't want you and you still stay? Like, what are you feeling? Like, how is your self-worth? How are you coping with your self-worth? How are you coping with life, with love, with respect, self-respect? How are you coping with what God is telling you? How are you coping with being in that place? Because it's something that, when you know that you're with somebody who don't want you, you feel terrible. You feel just confused. You feel emotional all the time. You feel rejected. You feel just sad. You don't know where you stand. You don't know when is the day he's going to come home and make up his mind, or she's going to make up his mind. Want me, it's up to... I'm telling you. Listen, you know what though? You know what? I just made a video and I haven't posted it. I see a lot of women. Every time I post these videos about husbands and wife, or love, or if a man cheats, or if a man if he don't tell you that he doesn't want you, right? Because I make videos and I say, listen, if he don't tell you sometimes, this is what he shows you these 10 things. If he doesn't want you, he shows you in these 10 different ways. If he doesn't tell it, if he doesn't say with his mouth, I don't love you, he might show you by how he treats you. He shows you by how he ignores you. He shows you by the way how he speaks to you. He shows you by the way how he treats you with sex, sexually. He shows you by the way this and that. And then I get women all the time. Thank you for the gifts. I get women all the time saying, well, he should be man enough. He should be man enough to say, listen, don't ever wait for a man to be man enough to say what he's showing you. He's already man enough to show you how he feels about you. Don't ever wait for a man to be man enough to leave. Don't ever wait for a man to be man enough to actually do what you think he should do. Maybe it's time that you be woman enough to listen to your own self, understand your own power, connect to your deeper self, connect to your one true self, connect to your intuition, know that you deserve better, understand what you are and who you are, understand that you deserve love. It is time to be woman enough to actually understand that. But no. What's up, Christina? How are you doing? But no, nobody wants to do that. You keep blaming the man and waiting for him to leave. Why do we give men, and it's not just men, but why do we give each other so much power over ourselves? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. When the respect is no more served, I'm telling you, you gotta leave. It's time to leave. And this is not about bashing men. It's not about men or women. I'm just saying us people. I'm talking about men and women. It is time that you be man or woman enough to do what you should do. You ain't got to wait until a man make up his mind. The truth is, hey Yvonne, the truth is, when a man or woman don't want you. You feel it. You experience rejection. You experience pain. You experience self-worth issues. Man, listen, your self-worth begin to be questioned because you begin to believe it. Because men have higher authority. No, we don't. No, we don't. What authority do we have? No, we don't. We don't have no high authority. That's the church thing. That's the religious nonsense that people tell you. The truth is, we are confused. You are confused. Many of us, thank you for the gifts, Annie. Thank you, Tiara. Many of us trying to follow a blind man. Both you all are hurt. Both you all are bumping into things. Stop following blind people. Nobody is in authority over you. You're not put here to be under somebody's authority or under somebody's control. I had the issues, but when I listen, I'm telling you, gain your power back. Hey, Hot Diva, how are you doing? Long time to see. Don't wait for a man to ever tell you twice how he feels about you. If he shows you, that's what he's telling you. That's his voice. His actions is speaking louder than his voice. But you are still waiting for him to... But women do it too now. Don't get me wrong. Women do it. Women do the same crap too. So I don't want you all thinking that it's just men. But men don't have authority. I mean, what kind of... If you have authority, he'll use it well. What if you kept feeling like you're being cheated on, but they swear on everything? You'll know when you cheated on. Hey, Kasha, good morning. Thank you, Netta. You know when you're being cheated on. You always know. Because to be honest, man, what if he was on drugs when he said bad things? I don't care what he was on, Wendy. He said it. You know, your words come from your heart. Whether you were on drugs or drunk or not. Alcohol don't make you lie. Alcohol bring out the truth. It's just people be brave enough. See, that's like saying, what if you're angry? What if he was angry when he said it? It doesn't matter. That means he even mean it even more. We can't make excuses. You know, what if he was drunk? Not. How did it feel to you? Did it feel any different? You see what I'm saying? It makes it easier, right? If he was drunk or not, does it make you feel any better? Those words hurt the same. Those words, man, those words are dangerous. It's Canaanite. Those words, Canaanite. I don't know how we pronounce it. But those words hurt as much. Those words are detrimental to your health, your thoughts, your belief system, your self-image. It doesn't matter if he was drunk, high. People got to take responsibility and accountability for what they do. And we also must take accountability for what we accept. Because what you accept is your accountability. You got to take accountability for what you accept. Because if you're going to always, every time somebody leaves you, you need healing, it's because in the relationship itself, you are not being responsible to your own emotion. This is why every time we leave a relationship, afterwards you need healing. Why? Because in the middle of the relationship, you put your guard down, right? Or you put your walls down or whatever else, and you have no boundaries. You have to have boundaries in a relationship. As a matter of fact, the best place to have boundaries is in your relationship. That's when you know somebody want to be in or be out. When somebody keep crossing when somebody cross you over your boundaries, you know for a fact where they want to be. That's the truth. So you must set boundaries in your relationship. Many of us don't. The reason why we need so much healing is because somebody keep punching us in our face. You know, somebody keep talking negatively about us. They are mean to us. They disrespect us continuously over, and we allow them. That's the problem. We allow them. That's why I need healing. Every single time, because you allow people to do everything to do just so that you can be with them. You allow them to do whatever they want to do just so that you can be with them. Just so that you can have somebody to sleep with. Some of you are sick. Some of you are sick. If God keeps you all together, it simply means his purpose. No. God don't keep. Listen. That's the church talking. God ain't keeping nobody together. That's your choices. You have choices. As a matter of fact, when God keeps you together, the experience will be a happy experience. God is not a God of confusion. If you're confused, it's not of God. If you are unhappy, miserable, anxious, depressed, that's not of God. That's a low frequency. See, we're gonna start telling ourselves the truth and stop making excuses for what we accept. Ain't nobody, God. Listen, man. That's what our grandmother told us. Our grandfather told us this. Remember, your grandmother told you this because she couldn't work. She couldn't support herself. She couldn't pay her own bills. She needed a man to stand by her. She needed a man no matter what he did, how much women he slept with. You know, your grandfather and your great-grandfather, you know how many women they had? And your grandmother had to stay because where else would she go? Nowhere else. But now in 2022, 2023, a woman has rights. She has a job. She has careers. She has desires. She has goals. She has a life. You can do whatever you want to do. That stuff has changed. Don't be stuck in a place where it doesn't work for you. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to ourselves. God ain't keeping that nonsense. God didn't put you all together, and God ain't keeping you together. This is your own doubt, your own fears, your own insecurities keeping you there. If you ask yourself the question, is it my insecurities? How do I see myself? How is my frequency? How is my awareness or my consciousness? Am I angry? Am I, what's my self-worth? What do I think that I deserve? You will know the truth. Ask yourself those questions. You will find out the truth. It's not God. Don't put God into all these things. We have choices. We have choices. There is no plans. It's choices. Because sometimes after 20 years, you more, and the longer you stay in those ridiculous relationships, is the more you suffer. You suffer while you're in. So imagine when you leave, you suffer even more. Even when you leave the ridiculous marriage, you suffer even more when you leave, because now you are so used to suffering. Now when you feel free and there's quiet, you don't know how to accept quiet. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't think I'm lying to you all. Listen, I'm not really into break up people's relationships, but I'm telling you all the truth. I'm just telling you all the truth. I think I had a question. What if you kept feeling like you were being cheated on? So the human body is aware, it's conscious. The human body is conscious. Me and you, I already know how you feel. I meet you, I already know how you feel. You know how I feel. I know how your energy feels. I know how your energy feel. You know what I mean? When you're feeling angry, I can tell because I'm connected to you. When you're feeling sad, I can tell, hey, you okay? Right? Even if you're on the phone, hey, your energy feels different, right? When you are overthinking, I could tell that you are, because you are being pulled. I'm being pulled, right? That's what the connection is. That's why we connect. What you're experiencing, I'm experiencing. Do you understand that when two people connect, what one is feeling, the other one is? You have to trust and understanding. What you feeling, whatever you feeling, I'm feeling it too. It's called a connection. Okay? If you're sick, I'm sick. I feel something is off. Something is wrong. So understand this. When you begin to feel this, somebody is cheating on me, somebody is cheating, pay attention. Pay attention. Because it might be true. Just because you can't prove it, somebody's saying, but it's not. Your body can recognize energies. There's an energy shift. You can feel another energy on your husband or your wife. You can feel. Only you can understand. Yes, exactly. Listen, the body can feel the shift. Have you ever went around somebody and felt, I'm sure you did. Have you ever passed a stranger and every hair on your body just, you feel weird. Have you ever walked in a room and your entire vibration just lowers? Have you ever been talking to somebody or been sit just next to them and you just get drained? The body knows. The body is completely aware. So when you have somebody that you are used to and you know their energy, you know how they feel, you know how they experience life, you know how they speak, now your spirit knows his spirit. Now, when I'm around you and I feel something is off, if I touch you, if I have sex with you and something that's off, especially when we sleep together and my body just reacts, because your body will react funny sometimes. Sometimes your body just won't body anymore. Sometimes the way how you create all these wetness, it changes. Yeah, it changes. Sometimes your erections change. Something is off. The way how you feel when you touch their body something is off. You got to trust. You got to connect to yourself, because sometimes it's just not what you think it is. And I'm not here to break up nobody's relationship. I think those things are beautiful. But I think we got to trust ourselves. I was jogging, I saw this guy, my body shifted. I had to change. I'm telling you, man, the body will tell you the truth. The body will tell you the truth a lot. I had dreams about cheating. Oh man, you had dreams? You had dreams, huh? That's deep. Hermione, Hermione, you still up? Strength we often play down as women. Yeah, I'm telling you. But you know what though? It's not just women that has that intuition. Men have it too. That's deep, Hermione. Men have the same thing. We all have it. We all have it. But men are more into their ego, so they don't pay attention. But yet we feel it too. After cheating, it's very hard to trust again, even if he says he is going to shop. Yeah, I feel you. I understand. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But sometimes you gotta do, because if you stay with somebody, man, after cheating and stuff, understand that if you want to be with them, there's a process. You have to, you have to not fight the feeling, but you have to understand that if you want to stay with somebody, you gotta do some work in yourself. Hey, Glow for it. I had a dream my boyfriend was the devil. Oh Lord, have mercy. You had a dream that your boyfriend was the devil? That's so strange. But what is the devil? A lot of times dreams are not what you think they are, Dreams don't mean what they mean sometimes. All my exes, I swear, The world. No, no, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we have a bunch of insecurities and a lot of, sometimes we have a lot of insecurities. And we begin to think everybody is doing the same thing, but everybody ain't. Sometimes we are the one who's damaged too. So we have to, we have to understand this. Sometimes it's not everybody. Sometimes, you have a lot of doubts. You have trust issues. You think everybody's gonna do it. So you have to find that balance of, is it me or is it them? And if it's always you, that means take a break, step aside, fix, come to know yourself, come to know the truth, come to trust again, and then so that when you leave and you go into another relationship, you are focused on what you are experiencing. But you have to pull over to the side for, if you are always experiencing the same thing, it's time to pull over to the side, take a break. Leave those boys alone, leave those men alone. Figure out yourself, look under your hood, under your engine, under your hood. Figure out what's wrong. And then close the hood when you finish, and then date again. See what I'm saying? Observe. I will stay a lone wolf. But I felt the evil presence in my dream. That's deep. That's deep. Well, why are you attracted to the devil? Your insecurities are bad, Christina? Why would you attract the devil? If your boyfriend is a devil, why would you attract that? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you attract the devil? What's going on? It's very painful to leave someone you still love. That's why women stay with loveless men. But you know what, though? Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I guess it's painful because even though somebody is, disrespecting you and abusing you, I guess it's painful because you think love is what makes you stay. Love is not what makes you stay. Love is that connection, right? Love is that bond, but love will tell you the truth. Love will tell you, when you love somebody, you'll know if they love you or not. Love is your connection. But just because you love doesn't mean that that's all that there is. There's things besides love that you need. There's respect, there's attention, there's time, there's support, there's inspiration. And if you don't have all those stuff, having love is for you anyways. See what I'm saying? Having love is for you. So just because you're in love doesn't mean that you should stay. It means that if you are still in love and you don't have no support, no respect, no honor, no this, no that, no self-worth, then it's time to separate yourself and stay in love. Stay in love. If they're not giving you what you desire or what you need, stay in love, but leave the relationship. It's two different things. But many times I get trapped. You think because I love somebody still, then you gotta stay. A lot of times you get stuck in this, I love somebody, so I gotta stay. Love and stay is two different things. Love somebody or loving someone and staying with someone are two complete different things. Again, that's why people love God so much. Because you know why? You know why some of y'all love God so much? Because God ain't here. Physically. You know why some of y'all love God so much? Because if God was right next to you all every day, y'all would be annoyed. Y'all would find faults. You are always judging me. You always looking at me like and shaking your head. You always be insecure. You always feel funny. That's why you can love your ancestors. Everybody talk about ancestors. I love, we can't even love the ones that we have now, but as soon as we think about ancestors, I love my ancestors. My ancestors. Why? Can't you love your ones right now? Can you love these ones around you? No. But many times, you love your ancestors who you have never met. You love the ones who have passed on. You love the ones who is dead and gone. You love the God and the Jesus and the Allah. You love those things that you have never experienced. But the ones that you experience every single day, who talk to you, who hold you, who lie, who do this and who do all that stuff, you can't stand them. Why? Because it's easier to love from a distance. That's the truth. It's easier to love from a distance. And some of you all have mastered loving from a distance, but you can't love close. You can't love nobody close. You have problems loving people who are close. Mozia, how you doing? You got issues loving those around you because you use judgment. You have triggers. You can't stand when they do this. You can't accept them for who they are. But you can love God. You can love Christ all. I love Jesus so much. But have you ever thought about if Jesus was here? Justin, you're not, why would I tell people that? Listen, love folks who are here. That's when you test your own true love. That's when you test your own true love. Many times you can't. Janae, how are you doing? So what if you are nothing but positivity? I doubt that's something that's, we all are a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm saying, thank you, Deb. It's the truth. I mean, yeah, we are, some of us are so Christian or so religious that we don't even realize it. What if Christ was right here? Would you actually say that you love him so much when he looks at you and after you do your stupid stuff? When God was in the garden with Adam and Eve, when Adam and Eve did their stupid stuff, when God just walked in the garden and called Adam, what did Adam do? He hid. He felt guilty. He felt a whole bunch of stuff. He felt insecure because he did something. He thought God was going to judge him, probably destroy him. But that's what we're going to do. If Christ was right here, we'll feel the same way. So now he's not here physically. So you know what? I can love Christ because he's not here. That's exactly what we do. Justin, maybe you are a super Christian, so maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. Can't stand for someone who cheats, then tell you that you are the one doing it. Oh yeah, that's the guilty conscience right there. That's the guilty conscience. That's the guilty. Hey, listen. But you know what though? It works for some people. It works for some people. It works completely for some people. If you tell me that you cheated, right? I mean, if I'm cheating and I'm telling you that you cheated and you keep being distracted from the point that I might be cheating for real, and you still staying and you still there and you still angry and you still trying to figure it out, then yeah, I distracted you from what I thought or from what you thought. It works. People even don't like judges after their deeds, so they wouldn't love God. I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying, Carl? But some people don't get it. But, it is what it is. Some don't get it. I get that too. But say I'm the one just accusing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Gerald? How you doing, man? Hey, I missed you on that Zoom last night, man. Take your feelings and turn them against you. Yes, they will do that. They'll definitely do that for real. When you connected with someone, you can always feel when something is off. Yeah. You can always feel when something is off. You can always feel, man. And this is why you got to trust yourself. My point of telling you all of this, right? By the way, Justin, I don't debate with things. I don't debate with people about things that I wasn't there to experience. If you know something better, then that's a good thing. But I don't do debate, okay? And on this live, I don't debate because I don't know anything, So if you know something more, you know what I'm saying? That's good. But check this out. Have you ever loved unconditionally? I believe most of us have, especially when you have children. I believe most of us have. I believe that's especially when you have children. Love is not just about another adult. Love is not about someone else. Love is... This might be your first time here on my live, huh? But listen, though. You have questions, but that's not what I'm not talking about Jesus and God. So another time when I'm being spiritual, you could ask those questions. But check this out. My point to you tonight, right? My focus on you tonight was this right here. Don't stay up all night. Don't stay up all night trying to worry about what somebody's doing, what they might be doing, what they should be doing. Yes, I'm going to show you, man. But the love we have for the kids is a different type. It's love. It's unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? Don't be up at night thinking all these things, what they're doing, and rest yourself, relax yourself. Let folks do. Let folks do what they do. And all you have to do is see what they're doing and make a decision. That's it. But to worry and to fight and to fuss and to do all these things, let people do what they do. People are going to do what they want to do. But don't waste sleep over it because it's their choice. Yeah, it's unconditional. Facts to you always. I ignore my gut feelings and got hurt bad. I just want to heal and move on. Yet I'm up at 2 a.m. I'm telling you, man, it's rough. But you know what, though, to be honest? Hey, Danae, but to be honest, though, it's your mind that don't accept what is. It's your mind that doesn't accept what is. It's really your mind. Your mind sometimes can't accept the truth because that's not what you accepted. That's not what you expected. That's not the picture that you painted in your mind. That's not what that's not what you, and your ego, that's not what you wanted to experience. But the truth is, some things must be experienced. Some things, some things you have to go through. Some things you have to see. Some things you have to understand why you chose what you chose. Sometimes you have to see the results of your actions, your results of your decisions. You have to see it for yourself. You have to experience it so that you know and get the lesson. You have to get the wisdom at the end because you need the wisdom. See what I'm saying? So you have to understand why, how, what happened so that you learn. So the next time you indulge, you understand. Hey, listen, be careful next time. Hey, Belinda, let them do what they do. Yeah, let them do what they do so that you can see what they are doing. And you can make a decision based on that. Yet some people may have just got entangled into this when it could be easy to way off. Yeah, that is true too. The true goal is to not be a puppet master or a puppet. Walk the fine line and remain your main character. I like it. I like it, Joshua. I like it. I agree. I completely agree. But you know what, Joshua, though? To be honest, though, Joshua, a lot of us, man, my son's name is Joshua. A lot of us become a secondary character in our own story. We become the second character, the co-star in our own story. When you become the co-star in your own story, man, your story begins to suck. Because you have lost control. You know what I mean? Like you have lost control in the edit. You have lost control in the, being the producer. You have lost control in all this other. All you're doing is reacting from the star person. And that's rough. That's a terrible experience. You got to remain the main character. And when you can remain the main character all the time, and it's not by force, it's not by fear, just remain the main character. Because to be honest, this life that you experience is about you. However, you and everyone else are completely one. But everybody has their versions. So this must be your version of the truth. This must be your version. Everybody has their version. So this version is about you and how you meet people where they're at. And how you accept people where they're at in life. Because you have to accept them as you accept yourself. But you have to be the main character. Especially in a relationship. Two main characters make a great story. Two main characters make a great story. I think many of us, we get into a relationship. What's up, Kevin? How we doing, man? We get into a relationship and one of us become a secondary character. Why? Because some religion or somebody telling you gotta dim your light. But then again, I'm not traditional, so I could be completely wrong. That is my problem. I'm working on becoming the main character once again. Man, listen, I'm telling you right now, you ain't got to work on it. You are the main character. God is the creator. God is the creator of the platform, and we brought in to the table what was our own individual greatness. Facts. I thought this was a class to learn info and tools. Justin, brother, man, if you don't want to be in the class, don't be in the class, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be here, brother, you shouldn't be here. As a matter of fact, let me help you out, man, because I don't know what you're looking for. Like, I don't know what you're looking for, man. I'm not here for all of that. I mean, like, why do you come to people's life to twist them? Like, why do you come to people's life to make them just... I mean, if you go have your life, right? Have your own life and talk about what you want to talk about in your own life. But come on, man. Sometimes it's annoying. I don't want to debate with nobody about who's God, what is God, and do all these things. And if you this wrong, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? That's not what we're here for. Can we just talk? We don't know. It's unknowable, right? I mean, okay. I mean, seriously though. But for real though. Thank you, Kat. But for real. But infinity can't be measured. That is enough space for everyone's spaceship. Man, I like that. I like that. But I'm telling you all, man, you gotta take back your power. And when you know that you give your power up, when you can't sleep. It takes power to sleep. And I ain't talking about the superficial power. But when you take your power back, sleep is perfectly fine. When you take your power back, sleep is completely, perfectly fine. We give our power up and away so easily. Everybody just take from us. And we just write these energy checks. We write these checks to people that we don't know. All this energy going to him, and her to all these strangers. We react on this, and especially when it comes to a relationship for somebody who don't love us. You know, we give more power away to people who don't love us or accept us. We give away too much energy for folks who don't love or respect us. And when you give away your power to that place, it never comes back. What comes back is a return of a bad investment. What comes back is a return of a bad investment. The investment that you get back. You know, if you put all your money in the stock market, when the stock market is going down, you are going to lose. You're going to lose every single cent and you're going to be miserable. Invest into people that love you. Stop trying to be one, stop trying to get the one that you love. Invest in the ones that love you. It's a lot natural. It's a lot more effortless. So control your thinking. You shouldn't be up at night thinking about somebody, what they're doing and what they want to do, who they're with, what they should rather be doing. Let people do what they want to do. You do what you want to do. Am I freezing you all? Regina is asking if I'm freezing. Am I freezing? Let me know. Am I freezing? Oh, am I good? Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Let people do what they want to do. Okay, so Regina, it might be your computer. Let folks do what they want to do. Let people do what they want to do. And when you learn to let them do what they want to do, your peace is reserved. Your peace is peace is right here. Because you know, one thing that you know is this. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. You have the right to say what you want to say, to look at you want to look, to dress how you want to dress. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. Understand, if you have that same right, they have that same right. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. When people are giving you what they want to give to you, look and see, is this enough? If it's not enough, it is time to make a decision and do what you must do. Let it not bother you. Love the one that loves you back. Exactly. Man, Gerald, I never understood this until, old. I got older. I got older. Is there a trick to make that easier? To make what easier? To accept what people is doing, you mean? What's up, Hush Puppy? How you doing, man? You mean a trick to make it, to make what easier? Exactly. To make you accept what people are doing? Man, listen, Katrina. The trick is you have no control over what people do. You have no control over what they do. You have no control over what they do or what they want. Their desires, their fantasies. You have no control. Yeah, if you know that you have no control and people have a choice, release that idea of control. Let them do what they want to do, because if you don't let them, they're going to still do it, but you are going to still be in pieces, because now their actions begin to control how you feel. When somebody's action begin to control how you feel, man, you can only control yourself and your reaction. Facts. When somebody's actions begin to control how you feel, man, how you enjoy life or not enjoy life, man, the serenity prayer, the only control is you. Facts. So it's about just being relaxed. But you know what, though, to be honest, though, you have to choose wisely too. You got to choose wisely. You just can't choose anybody that you want just because it's based on emotions. It's not a healing that needs to be done. It's a perspective shift. It's a shift of your perspectives. It's not about healing because you're not sick. It's just change. You know what healing really is a lot of times? Healing is the ability to switch your perspective from one because what hurts you is your perspectives that hurt you. The way how you perceive things hurt you. Not what is how you perceive it. So many times our problems, it's the mindset. Many times our problems are about 10% facts and 90% perception. 90% emotions, perceptions, and all these feelings. That's what makes it so big. And we think that we need healing. If somebody leaves you, I promise you, if somebody left you, you don't need healing. You don't need healing. But what you need is to shift your perspective. Well, why did he leave? Why did she leave? What do I need to do? What do I learn? If you shift to the lesson, healing is keep your love. Healing is secondary. You can't look at someone and know their book. It takes time to actually know if they are worthy or no. Listen, we have to know people. And not, you're not going to really know people, but your spirit. There is something about when you meet somebody. If you Here's a big, okay, let me tell you the biggest issue that we have. One of the biggest issues. A lot of us, we walking around with a bunch of low vibrations, with a bunch of lower insecurities, anger, resentment. Is there anybody on here right now walking around with resentment in their heart, unforgiveness, bitterness, anger, fear? A lot of us are. Is there anybody on here right now walking around in that state of mind, state of being, emotional? Yeah, a lot of us are. To be honest, a lot of us are. So when you walk around, right? Hey, Monas, good morning. First impression is actually, yeah. So when you walk around in that state, guess what? If you meet somebody, you can't feel if it's them or it's you that you're getting this from. If you walk around with that in that state of being, naturally your energy field and their energy field, when you meet somebody, his energy field begin to speak to you. If you carrying that same low vibration, you don't know if it's them or if it's you, because you're carrying the same crap. No, your word, you can call the person is worthy or anything. Yeah, you can, listen, you can actually understand. If I'm walking around, right, with low vibration, anger, doubt, fears, a whole bunch of insecurities about me and what I feel and what I look like, body image, my confidence low, understand you are dragging, right? You begin to drag. Carol, what was your question? Ask it again, because I think I missed it, because I don't think it came up. I think TikTok blocks certain words out. And if it blocks certain words, the comment won't come up, okay? So if I miss your question, that's a lot of time, that's why. So when you walk around in those low vibrations, understand, when you meet somebody, you don't know if what you pick up is from them or from you, because you're carrying the same vibration. You have to learn to purge yourself, right? You have to learn to purge yourself. What's having a low vibration? Having a low vibration is the energy that you carry. If you're carrying low energy, like for instance, anxiety, depression, a bunch of insecurity, self-hate, doubt, fear, and all those stuff, low vibration. Holding grudges, resentment, anger, misery, frustration, all low vibration. Hold these negative thoughts, all these negative feelings, all these things about yourself and what the world is. The world is scary. The world is this. People want to hurt me. I'm a victim. That's low vibrations. Hey, Irene. So when you carry around low vibrations everywhere you go, all you're going to be attracted to is low vibrations. Hey, Marshall, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? All you're going to experience is low vibrational people, because that's what you're going to see. So it's time to increase your vibration so that you can experience high vibration. When you elevate, everything around you elevates. Everything changes. You will be in a different environment mentally, so you attract that same energy that you carry, that you send out. How do we let go? Let go of what? And let go of what exactly, Danae? Let go of what? What are you trying to let go? Be more specific. How do you let go of what? What I find, if your vibration improves, that guy comes, yeah. They come a calling, and sometimes you don't want them no more because it doesn't match your frequency anymore. And then they see the improve because they want somebody who's improved now. They want a better version of themselves, but they can't maintain that connection, right? So a man or woman will be drawn to a higher vibration. They will be drawn to a higher frequency. But when they get with you, if theirs are low, the only way to communicate with you is to lower yours. So they begin to belittle you. They begin to do stupid things that angers you. They begin with the emotional abuse, the disrespect, because they have to drop their frequency to mirror you. You have to understand them. So this is what people do. They are drawn to the high vibration. It's very attractive. But when I get there and I can't keep or maintain that vibration, I drop. So now, since I drop, I don't understand you anymore. So I need to let you understand me by dropping your vibration. Does that make sense? Let's see who actually is the most creative and fluent with the power of love. Yeah. Thank you, Monash. Gratitude is the fastest way up your vibrations. I love it. Kasha, gratitude is one of the greatest way to increase your vibration. Hey, Bonnie, how you doing? You can't hear me, Shani? What's going on? Is my stuff going out again? It's hinting to the heart chakra by showing us the color green in majority. Yeah, the heart chakra, man. Wait, hold on. I think I just did something to my screen. Fear, anxiety, oh, how do you let go of fear, anxiety, and depression? How do you let go of fear, anxiety, and depression? Man, listen, you gotta let go by holding on to love, peace, and happiness. You have to experience different vibrations. And how do you experience different vibrations? You know, you could increase your vibration with your thoughts. Your thoughts is the ones that mostly decrease your vibration, your thoughts. Because if you're thinking that I'm not good enough, I'm so tired, oh my God, I can't stand him, I'm so sorry, I miss him, what's going on with me, my life, that lowers your frequency. Your thoughts have so much power in your frequency. If you change your thoughts, your vibration could be changed very easily. Just like this. Have you ever thought a good thought and you felt good? Have you ever, like for instance, right? Have you ever, think about your baby, your son, your daughter, and because you're at work, and you thought about your son and your daughter, how their smile is when you get home, the smile on their face and the way how they hold you, the way how they hug you. Don't that change your feeling? Don't that change your vibration? Don't that elevate your feeling a little bit more? So your thought can actually change. Have you ever thought about, you know that some money was coming to you? Like, you know some money was coming to you, right? And you was excited. And every time you think about this coming to you, nobody could piss you off. Because now I'm like, whew. You stay in that place and your whole energy changes. Your thoughts have power over your emotions. So fear and anxiety and all these stuff, you got to change your thoughts. The reason why you stick, if you understand that you are in fear, anxiety, and depression, look and see what you are thinking most of the times. And you will figure out, why am I there? It's because of my thoughts. How am I thinking? What am I thinking about? Look at your thoughts and connect the dots. If you are a person with anxiety issues, depression, and a whole bunch of fear, look and see how you are thinking. That's how you change it. If you're thinking that way, if you change your thinking, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel really, really weird to change your feelings or to change your thoughts, because it doesn't connect you. It doesn't make sense to your brain, because your brain is like, that's not true. You know, that's not true. If I say, I'm beautiful, that's not true though, because that's not how you feel, because it doesn't match. If your feelings and your thoughts don't match, it's very hard. That's why people keep saying, you know, do words of affirmation. It doesn't work. You got to change the thought and elevate your feelings intentionally. You got to change your feelings with the thought, so the mind experiences cohesion. It experiences harmony. The mind needs to see harmony before it accepts it. So if you're feeling depressed and anxious and all these stuff, you can change your feelings at any time, but you just choose not to. You have a choice. That's the hard part to listen to. You have a choice in your feelings. You have a choice. And if you think about it, if you understand that you have the power to change your emotions, if you just practice it, if you get used to it, after a while, you choose your emotions. You ain't got to choose all these things. You ain't got to choose being angry. You ain't got to choose being sad. You ain't got to choose feeling victimized. You can choose a different elevation of your energy. That's what your ex did for years, huh? Walk in smiling, walk out in tears. Enough that, yeah, man, I'm telling you. Hold on, I think I missed some, thinking mine is a trap. Yeah. Let me go back to see some things that I missed. I can listen to you the whole day. Oh, thank you so much, Belinda. Thank you so much. Go out and get back in. Okay. Did I miss a question? I would try that. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, but that's how I do it. Said, if he passed the final line first, our everlasting wins begin. Listen. Do you see what this brother just said? It said, Big Bro said, if he passed the finish line first, that went over your heads, huh? Our everlasting wins begin. I think you have to experience it first in your mind, right? So what he means is, right, if you want something, you have to pass the finish line. You have to get to the finished results in your mind. You have to experience it in your consciousness, in your imagination, in your feelings, in your intentions, in your words, in your vision. You have to experience it first. When you experience it, and you experience that energy, that consciousness, that awareness in your body, the mind does not know whether you have or not. The mind accepts the feeling, it accepts the intention, it accepts right here, right now. And that's what you are experiencing. Once you experience that, now you are in that experience, you begin to attract that experience. That's how you get it. That's how you get it. When you get into the feeling is what you attract. So you have to be brave enough to get in the feeling, the experience, and then you connect to the vibration, the frequency of that, what you desire. But you have to get to that place first. Cross that line first. That's a beautiful expression, man. Oh, thank you, Monash. Thank you. Feelings is secret. Facts. Kasha by Neville Goodall, right? Hey, Aurora, how are you doing? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Your mind can torture you, and often things you're thinking aren't even real. Facts. Facts. Thank you, Blues CNRX. I don't know how to say that name. You can lie to yourself. You really can. But you know what? You know, the lies that you tell to yourself, you know, we say that we can lie to ourselves. But to be honest, we lie to ourselves all the time. That's why a lie will always change your vibrations. Thank you, Charles. What's his name? Charles. What's your name? Charlinsky. We lie to ourselves all the time. Hey, Cora, let me tell you how we lie to ourselves. And let me tell you what's the difference about lying to yourselves and being truthful to yourself. When you lie to yourself, your energy is low because a lie carries a low vibrations, right? A lie is a low vibration. So when you lie to yourself, naturally your energy drops. You start to feel sad, emotional, angry, depressed, anxious because you are lying to yourself because it's not true. When you tell yourself the truth, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am amazing, I am here, I am love and all that stuff, your energy increase. A lie will decrease your energy. That's why many of us are actually lying to ourselves and we don't even know that we are lying to ourselves. You can tell that you are lying to yourselves when you are feeling a low vibrational shift. It's a lie. You just heard it so many times that you believe the lie. You heard it so many times that you think it's true. It is not true. The truth is you are enough. And I'm not just saying this just to feel or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hello, Brown 54. How are you doing? Long time to see. Cheryl, long time to see. You know, many of us think that we're not lying to ourselves, but we're lying to ourselves. You know, just because somebody told you that, you know, you begin to look at yourself from the eyes of your abusers. Many of us right now are looking at ourselves from the eyes of our abusers. So you believe it because you are so connected to that abuser. So now when you feel, I am not good enough, you think it's true. I'm not beautiful. You believe it's true. Hey, Cora, thank you. Because somebody is punishing you still and you are still connected to the punishment. Now you have domesticated yourself. You know, if I tell my son, if you don't eat all your food, you're a bad boy. Son, eat all your food. Son, eat all your food because you're a bad boy if you don't. Do you know my son grew up to punish himself? Now, even if he's overweight, even if he's full, he began to overeat. Do you know he began to punish himself because he listened to my voice every single time now? Well, my daddy used to tell me, thank you for the gifts, Cora. You know, my daddy used to tell me if I don't eat my food, So now he began to raise his children the same way. He began to tell his children, hey, son, eat all your food. And he began to punish them. If you don't eat all your food, you can't get personal time, you can't get TV time, you can't get your tablet time, and it's called domestication. So many of us have domesticated ourselves because we listen to somebody else's words and opinion. So we bite that lie. We have been believing a lie all our life. And you can believe a lie for so long that it feels real to you. But I promise you, if you are carrying a low vibration, sadness, bitterness, anger, and all them low vibration, is because the lie matches that vibration. The truth has a higher frequency. So when you actually believe the truth, it sets you free from the lie. It sets you free from those low vibrations. It actually gives you life. That's what it does. Yes, it might piss you off first, but it sets you free. We have to understand the difference. So many of you, that's why you can't sleep. Because you've been lying to yourself this whole time. That's why you can't sleep. The mind can't find rest. Do you think apologizing when you will know you did someone wrong can know they break your heart? Do you think apologizing when you know you did someone wrong, even though they break your heart, do you feel... I think I missed the rest of the question. Can you finish that question again, please? Original God's facts. There's a song by Sleeping at Last called "You Are Enough." It's perfect for this lesson. Facts. You really are. I had to channel my mind from their opinions of me. Facts. Facts. Hey, Brenda, how are you doing? I think I missed the question. Brother, what do you think about our ancestors? We are them building advanced vehicles with Earth's resources. Man, listen. I don't really get into those things because I don't really push my mind into that space because that space it's a big space, man. And I don't really understand it, but I think this world is going to evolve, whether we accept it or not. It's going to evolve. Somebody's going to come along, somebody who is different, somebody who is ready to change something, and everything changes. But hey, I believe that it's going to happen. I mean, all these things are happening. Listen, I think this world is going to look different in 100 years. It's going to look completely different. And it's going to be beautiful. But everybody's going to still, the ones who hate it is going to still hate it. But I don't really put my mind in those spaces because I don't really get it. You know what I mean? I don't really understand it, to be honest. Back to school after the May break. I'm good to Aurora. I'm good too. Nothing worse than waking up in a panic, worrying about things, but it can be fixed. When you wake up panicking, there used to be mountains of gold and emeralds that were already mined and worked. Oh, you mean like they're using it to make all these future things? Is that what you're saying? They sure are. Everything is being used now, man. They're using all these things now. But it's for all different financial, selfish reasons too. I think somebody asked me, okay, would you apologize to somebody if they hurt you? When you apologize, sometimes, yes, if you offend somebody, yeah, you apologize, even if they hurt you, even if you are still hurt, because it is your obligation to be honest. It's your obligation, it's your duty, it's your responsibility, right? Good morning. It's your responsibility that when somebody hurts you, you get rid of the energy. You can't keep that pain in you all the time, and you can't, say, well, I don't apologize because you did this. You have to release the energy because the energy will mess you up. The energy will mess up your heart chakra, right? It will mess up your throat chakra. It will mess your whole energy up. It will make you just stagnant, heavy, sad, all these emotions. So you have to release people. It is your responsibility to release energy from you. Release toxic energy. If it's killing you, release it. It's not the people that's killing you. It's your energy. Your toxic respond to somebody's actions. Remember, people have the right to do what they want to do. What's the positive vibes only? How are you doing? It's your choice to forgive them or yours. Yeah, facts. You know what I mean? What's up, positively speaking? I got two people here. Positive vibe and positively speaking. How are you doing? Welcome. But yeah, you have to understand that it is your responsibility to rid yourself. Hey, thanks, Jay. Seriously, it is your responsibility to shut people's energy from you. Don't hold on to the energy, man. Like, the energy don't help us. It destroys us. What's up, Jim, bro? How are you doing, man? It destroys us, man. So we have to understand. Jason, what's good? Carol, I don't see any questions. I'm not seeing any questions. I don't know what questions you're asking. I'm not seeing your question. You know what, Carol? I'm waiting for you right now to send me the question again because I'm not seeing it. Gotta leave them alone. Yeah, man. Facts. True. It's for them. It's for yourself, not for them. But if I'm telling you, many of us can't sleep right now. I realize I get impatient easily and tend to get irritated easily. How can I correct such low energy? So by you realizing that, right, Hush Papi? By you realizing that, that's how you correct it. It's becoming aware and conscious. So the problems cannot be solved by doing something. Problems are solved by being conscious of the problems, right? And it's not a problem, it's a choice, because you have a choice. You have a choice in being impatient. You are impatient because you are not aware. You think your ego is struggling. You think that you are more important. So you can't wait. You think that you are more important. It's your ego that's acting up, right? So when your ego begins to act up, tell your ego, hey, relax yourself. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. And it's a process. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's easy. But your ego begins to think that you are important. That they should respect you. That they should listen to you. They should put you first. You're taking too long. Understand. Your ego begins to act up. So when you are aware, right? When you are aware of that ego acting up, just be still. That's how you fix it. And after a while, it won't act up anymore because every time it acts up, you shut it down. Hey. So now it's not going to act up. The awareness, you are always aware. Be conscious, be aware, be present. And nothing happens when you are present. See, when you are present, you are absorbing. You are just observing. When you are aware, you are reacting. When you are unconscious, you are reacting. When you are present, you observe. I see what's coming. And you keep still because you have control. That's how you fix it. It's not a super answer that you expected, but that's how you fix it. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes awareness. It takes self-control. But you have to put that in yourself. So if you get impatient easily, it's because you think that you are more important. Your ego is acting up. Understand that there's a space between you and your ego. Keep that space open. So when your ego acts up, you switch over. Let me become myself now. How do you gain trust back after your husband cheated? It's been over a year. Man. Hey, She-Dope, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I still didn't get that lady's answer. Carol, I still didn't get your question. I still didn't get it at all. I didn't see no questions from you. Ask again and change the words. Because I don't know if you're trolling me or what, but I'm not seeing you on here. How do you gain trust back after your husband cheated? That's a hard question to answer because it's a choice that you have to make. How do you gain trust back? Trust is a choice. Connect, open up your heart. You're not going to gain trust back when you still have fear, all this fear and doubt. You know, when you are in disbelief, you know, when you are sad and still hurt. Trust don't come back in that state. Trust come back when you open up your heart and you forgive, right? Trust come back when you forgive. And sometimes, do people stop? No. Sometimes, do they do it again? Yes. But trust is yours, right? Trust is you trusting your own discernment. Trust in yourself. Trust that you know what you are talking about. That's what trust really is. Trust is not about what I believe that you're going to be doing. That's not trust. Trust is not about what you're doing. It's about what I'm doing. How do I view? How do I perceive my understanding? My heart? Is it open? Is it closed? Do I feel safe or unsafe? Because if you feel unsafe, you can't trust. So you got to get back to the place where you feel safe and secure. And sometimes you have to convince your mind that you are safe. You have to ground yourself. You have to understand that sometimes you have to forgive people that you love. If you want to stay, you have to forgive them. And when you forgive them, when the emotion comes, you remind yourself, I've forgiven you. Change your emotions. I've forgiven you. Again, I don't really give answers that people want to hear. But that's how you shift back. It's a choice. Trust is something that's within you. And if sometimes somebody do something that affects it, now you got to find that space again where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe, where you feel empowered, and then trust happens again. So you're going to have to find a place. If you can't find a place in a relationship, then I don't know what to tell you. It probably won't happen. Does that make sense? Yeah, me too. Positively speaking, I don't see your question. Hey, Sandra, how are you doing? Good morning. Trust comes when you trust you. Facts. Amazing. I'm doing good to She-Dope. I'm doing good. It's good to see you. Hey, Annie V, good morning. Knowing your triggers. But does that make sense though? But sometimes in a relationship when you can't feel safe, it's rough. I mean, it's really rough, man. It's hard. It's hard to feel safe in relationships that don't create a space of safety. A relationship should always create a space of safety. You know what I mean? Of security. That's why you have a person. That when the world is acting up, when the world is behaving, Europe, when the world is acting up and showing their ass, you have a space where there's protection. That's what relationships are for. While I'm going to achieve my goals and crushing life, I have a space where I can do it from. A space of security, a space of safety, a space that promotes growth, happiness, and love. That's the space. If the space is not promoting that, you will never feel trust. You will never experience a relationship. It's 3 a.m. in Florida and you up, huh? You may find trust and feeling safe once we end the relationship. Sometimes, sometimes that's the only time you feel safe. And so, you know what though? But to be honest, Kat, how many times do you end a relationship? Or how many times do you break up and feel safety? None. Probably never. That's why you need healing. That's why I need healing. After you end a relationship, especially an abusive one, when you remove the threat, when you remove the abusers, don't you still feel abused most of the times? Don't you still feel like I don't trust people? Don't you still feel I don't love? Don't you still feel drained, tired? Don't you still feel like something is wrong? Don't you still, because even though the threat has been gone, the thought process is still there. You believe someone can leave you before they leave physically. Do you believe someone can leave you before they leave? Now, Carol, I'm seeing your question now. Tell me I'm not crazy. I'm gone for 1 year. Do you believe someone can leave you before they leave physically? Yes. Yes. Especially women. Women do that. Listen, women do that amazing. Because a woman, you take so long to leave. Because women take a long time. Men will leave and come back, right? Because men will leave quick, but we come back. A woman, when she finally leaves, she leaves in her mind. She leaves in her emotions. She becomes numb. She stops responding. She stops speaking. She stops nagging. And she leaves mentally. Because a lot of times, that's what women do. Women will leave quietly. Because it takes you forever to leave. Women, Lord, I will take the abuse, the disrespect for 20 years. And on the 21st year, finally, you're done. But 5 years before that, you have left. You've been gone. You've been completely missing in action. After 22 years, you left quickly. I'm telling you. All the time when we leave physically, we left. I'm telling you. You know, when my ex-wife left me, she left years ago. She just caught up physically. Finally, her physical body caught up. So yeah, I believe you can leave mentally. And it's a natural thing for women, especially women. Men don't do that. Men just leave because we don't think about stuff. You know, we don't create a whole picture. Men, that's why they always come back. Hey, stranger. For 20 years I left. Wow, that's a long time then. How can someone deal with a partner that is silent at all conversations and giving you short answers? Some people don't want to talk all that much. You know, some people don't want, especially men. Men don't really want to talk all that much as women do. Women, I think you all don't look at actions and behaviors. I think you all want to hear words. So a lot of times, man, men, some people are not that communicating in words, but words are only 8% or less of communication. That's what words really are. 8% or less of communication. Behaviors, body language, tones of your voice, action is about 92% of communication. And if you listen carefully, if you connect carefully, if you connect to your partner, if you're on the same frequency, you don't need all the words. All the words is unnecessary. Because I know what you feel, I know what you think. And sometimes when the conversation is sweet, I can, but a lot of times, sometimes if you're not connected and there's no words, then sometimes there's no connection. There's no frequency. You are not equally yoked. You are completely off. And sometimes a relationship don't last that way. But it's not just about words. Sometimes words mean nothing. It's actions, behavior, body language, tonality of your voice. That energy speaks a lot more than words. So everybody don't talk. Every man don't talk like me. I talk a lot on these videos. I talk a lot, but everybody don't talk like this. Men sometimes don't say much because they don't know how to express themselves. Women, not everybody know how to express themselves like you do. Sometimes you have to accept what you have, but if you connect to somebody wholeheartedly, you know their intentions, you know what they're saying, you know what they feel, because there's a connection that tells you everything. The connection tells you everything, not words. Connection. Energy tells you everything that you need to know. It took me 12 years to realize I wasn't appreciated, and after that I was gone. 12 years, wow. That's a long time too. Hey, stranger, when he comes back to finish you up. Hello from New Zealand, how you doing? Good morning, mommy. I'm happy you got my question. Yes, Carol, I just saw it because it didn't come up until just now. When I was young, I said guys had an emotional delay because they always come back. Yeah, men will leave quicker. Oh, no problem. I hope I made sense to you, by the way. Men will leave early, but we come back because we don't process the whole thing. Women take 10, 15 years to process it. So I always stay in a bad place for 12, 15 years, boy. I'm still freezing? I don't know if people say I'm not freezing. I think it's not me. I think it's your connection, Christina. I hope it's not me. I think it's your connection, Christina, because they said that I'm not freezing. Maybe you gotta go back out and come back in. Yep, see, I'm not freezing. I think it's you. Thank you. Hey, Joy, how you doing? Yep, so yeah, it's not me. I think it's your connection. But yeah, man, listen, we have to sometimes, right? Not for Great. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a long time. Sometimes though, for real, if you want to sleep well, right? There's two types of rest: a mental rest and a peaceful rest. Or a peaceful rest and a physical rest. That means your physical rest is when you can take a nap. Peaceful rest is when you can sleep. Because I'm telling you, man, the one thing that we want the most is what gives us the most trouble. Relationship. Because many of us want it bad, but we're just afraid of it. We don't have it because we're afraid. I mean, can you have any man you want? Probably. Can you have a woman? Probably. It's not about that. That's the problem. Having a man or woman is very easy. You could have most folks that you want. But what's going to happen? You know what I mean? My side is cool. Okay, Manash. What if he treats you well? His actions are not bad, but he always puts you down with his words. Then, same thing. Let me tell you this. There's words and action, right? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Okay? If a person, I'm not going to keep beating up men. If a person says this, I want to be with you, but I treat you ridiculously. I disrespect you. I don't give you no time. I don't give you no attention. Then trust the action. Naomi, how are you doing? You were missing last night again from the Zoom. You be too busy, man. You see what I'm saying? If I say I want to be with you, but my action says I don't, believe the action. If I say I don't want to be with you, but I treat you like a queen, I open your car door, I give you all the things that you want, believe the words. You have to understand when to understand words and action. Now, I know it's tricky because it's confusing. If a man if he says, I love you, but I treat you like crap, then believe the action because it doesn't make sense. And if he says, I want to be with you, or if he says, I don't want to be with you, but I treat you, then his action is just a habit. He knows what to do. He knows how to do or give a woman what she wants. And he gives you that in a way to keep you around because you're thinking that he's going to change his mind. It's a trick. Because when a man says, I don't want to be with you, but he gives you all the bells and whistles. You drive his car. But he says, listen, I don't want to be with you. I don't want a girlfriend. But he do all the things for you. He open your car door. He picks you up. He drops you off. He goes to the movies with you. He chills with you. But he reminds you again, remember, we ain't together. Because he will remind you. Remember, you can't trip. We ain't together. But he does the things that you love. And you're like, oh my God. So I'll wait. I'll wait until you get ready. Because I know for a fact it's me. No, it's not you. He means it. He don't want to be with you. But he knows what to do. He knows what to do because that's what he does. But he's telling you, I don't want to be with you. I don't want a relationship. I'm not ready for a relationship. When he tells you that, believe him. He knows what he's talking about. He's not stupid. He's not confused. I mean, he's not wasting time. He's doing what he loves doing. Thank you, Auntie. Always thank you. He's testing your limit? Perhaps. But, thank you, Mommy. It's 1974. Thank you. But what if he treats you well, but his actions are not bad, but his words? Listen, a man's word come from his heart. A man's word come from his heart. When a man speaks to you, his words come from his heart. Especially when he belittle you. Because the only way to belittle you is for you to be little first. So I got to bring you little as I am. And when a person is belittling you, a lot of times they know your value, but they are trying to keep you from knowing it. Okay? They know your value. And when you know that, when you know your value, you're not going to stay. So if I keep you and disrespect you in words and tell you how stupid you are and you're foul and you're fat, then I keep you in that lower vibration. I could treat you good, but I keep you in that low vibration because I don't want you to go because I can't handle you if you believe that you are good enough. I don't know how to take you if you begin to believe that you are amazing because you might just leave because I'm a little man. How do you make your husband feel safe to communicate without him feeling judged? By when you speak to him, when he speaks to you, listen. Just listen. Give him time. Don't cut in, right? Because a man feels safe to cut when you don't cut in. You compliment him. I love the way you express yourself. Listen. Now, this is science now. I love the way how you express yourself. The first time he hears it. Second time he hears it. After a while, they begin to build. I love the way you speak. Compliment the man, right? But a lot of times, a woman don't listen to a man. Listen, let's be real. I'm not even playing with you all. You all don't listen. Women don't listen. You don't listen. That's why you always end up in the same drama. You all don't pay attention to nothing. Woman, if a man talking, you ready to get offended. Right? You ready to get up. I can't believe. See, I ain't say nothing else. Hey, Miss Whitney, how we doing? I'm serious. A man begin to say his mind. You hurt me. Cut all that stuff out. Okay. Come back and say, listen, I was hearing what you were saying. And you're right. But you jump in so fast. Queen Air, as soon as he began to speak, you said you have tears in your eyes. Never mind. I don't want to speak anymore. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what? Never mind. I don't. Listen, never mind. Listen, nothing. No. Speak. No, I'm good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll pass. Cause it's a trap. It's entrapment. But first thing first, compliment the way how he speaks. Tell him that you love to hear him speak. Tell him that every time he speaks, he just makes you think. Just tell him this right here. But a lot of times, women are very dismissive. For real. You dismiss the man quick. And when a man who don't feel comfortable expressing himself with you, it's just you that he doesn't feel like that with, because you're not creating a safe space for him to feel safe with his words. Because men are judged. We feel judged too, because we feel sometimes that we're not good enough. A fragile ego? No. I mean, it might be, but sometimes we all have that. Sometimes, if you tell a woman, one time she went to the gym, her ego is messed up too. So you can't, we all have it. Are you saying I'm fat? I can't believe you said it. Because we all have that thing that we are uncomfortable about. We have that thing, especially in a relationship where you're supposed to feel safe. When I ask a woman, hey, that dress, what about the dress? I mean, nothing. No. What about the dress? If you tell a woman the truth, sometimes her ego gets fragile too. Her ego is fragile about certain things. You tell a woman she's a little overweight, it's a wrap. She don't even want to sleep with you anymore. She come to bed hiding herself with a big old t-shirt. Baby, when you take the shirt off? When you take the shirt off? For what? Do you want to see my fat? Oh, I was just saying you gained a little weight. Oh, so I gained weight, huh? No, it's not bad. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So yeah. So sometimes just don't say anything. I have learned at 40-something years old. I have learned, don't say certain things because you don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. Because once she feels uncomfortable, Lord have mercy, the enjoyment stops. It's not fun anymore. It's too much. So make people feel comfortable. Don't cut into his conversation. That's how you say. True. Tink, what's good with you, girl? Tink, you still up? Tink, what you doing up? Tink, you ain't called me yet. Tink, you ain't called me yet. Tink, you ain't called me yet. Tink, you have divorced me. Tink, you have fired me. What is going on? I'm in a situation right now. What situation are you in, Jane? Sharp tongue. Scoop, sharp tongue. Definitely, man. You gotta be careful. Man. You gotta learn how to speak tactfully when it comes to these things. Do you mean like an emotional trigger if someone is mentioned to her specifically? Yeah, kind of like an emotional trigger. Like if you tell a woman, especially if a man, ask her about her weight. But seriously, the question, Annie Brown, I love you too. Think of being silent, huh? But how do you have a man communicate with you to feel comfortable in his communication? I love you too, Tink. Well, no, you don't. You ain't call me. Because you know how sometimes, even though that you know that you are beautiful, right? Even though you, as a woman, you know you are beautiful, but nothing means more than hearing your husband or your man tells you, you're so beautiful. It just, yeah, you already know it, but it hits differently. You know what I mean? So if a man is uncomfortable, you hit him in those places where he might be a little uncomfortable. Listen, I love to hear you speak. When you speak, you make so much sense. Even though you're lying, but make him feel comfortable, and then he begin to speak differently because it's all about energy, right? It's all about energy. Sometimes, have you ever speak to a child and he begin to stutter because you are pulling his energy from him? You sucking his energy. Understand that we are natural objects. An object gains energy from the other object. If you are emotional, if you are overpowering them, right? We pull energy. So the child begin to be fearful. You can't speak. He can't speak. He not comfortable. And then he don't know what to say. He forgets what he says because your power is draining him. So a lot of times in communication, when he feels like you are doing this, judging him and stuff, his words change. He don't know how to pronounce his words. He don't know how to communicate properly. So you have to give them your undivided attention. Listen. Smile when you talk to him. So what do you think? And then you're giving him the energy and he don't even know what you are doing. Listen, I learned in my awakening journey how to get anything I want from anybody. Why? Because when you give somebody energy, now their energy feels a lot better. Love energy, happy energy, their energy feels freer. Then they can explain themselves better. My ex broke up with me in drained. I'm drained emotional. I want to send his belongings in my house back, but they refuse. I don't think I understand. I'm kind of slow sometimes, okay? So I don't want to sound like I'm ridiculous. All right, Tank, good. Who refused? I don't understand these questions. My ex broke up with me. I'm drained emotionally. I want to send his belongings in my house back, but your ex refused what? What did he refuse? Hell, if you don't want it, burn it. Weight Matters is a no-go zone. I know, right? They want him to come back to me, but I have moved on. Oh, who's they? His family and stuff, you mean? He tells me he loves me a lot, but his actions are questionable. He disappears for... Oh, no. We don't do the disappearing now. Let me tell you straight up. We don't do the disappearing nonsense. Somebody just disappears. That means they're doing what they want to do. When somebody disappears on you, and they ghost you, they are out there doing what they want to do, what they rather do. And what they rather do is not you. You don't disappear on somebody that you love or somebody that you care about. When you care about somebody, you want to know how they're doing at all times. Hey, how are you doing? You okay? You want to know if they're safe, healthy, spiritually good, mentally good, physically good. You don't ghost people that you love. You ghost people that you use. That's it. So you don't have to be confused because you already know the truth. When somebody loves you, you will know. When they don't love you, you will be confused. That's what you get, confusion. This is how you know love don't exist there. When they love you, you will always know. When they don't, you will be confused. If you remember that at all times, you'll be, when you begin to experience confusion, it makes sense. Okay, they don't love me. That's your answer. Confusion is your answer. Sometimes it's good to be confused. See what I'm saying? Kevin, what's good? People say I'm freezing. I guess I'm freezing to some people. I don't know. My ex put visual on my to control me from Africa. Oh man, was that an app? I'm sure it's burn the damn things, man. Hey Loki, how you doing? His siblings refused me to send it. They want him back. Listen, that's between him and his siblings. Tell his siblings to come get it. You see what I'm saying? Glad to be here again. I love hearing you speak his wisdom. Thank you, M1. Thank you so much. What I'll never say, tell you, you look beautiful. Orange compliment. What I'll never say, tell you, you look beautiful. What do you mean, Glow for it? I think I'm missing something. I think sometimes my stuff is not setting up all my words. Maybe you need a true and sincere love. I feel you. But seriously, man. Voodoo on you. Connection. Not that. They put voodoo on you? Listen. Shoot. Just got rid of their... What question is that? Man, sometimes I don't understand certain questions. Okay? My mind don't work like everybody's mind, man. My mind is so simple. And when it's a difficult questions, I don't understand. You have to ask me like specific questions. When you ask me specific questions, I can understand it more. But my mind is... my mind is different. My mind don't work like yours. I don't know if it's slower, I'm not saying I'm smart. I think I might be a little slow. So I don't catch on to certain things or certain questions. So if you ask me a question, be more specific, please. If you don't mind, you are good. Sometimes the questions are, thank you, Loki, because I don't get them all the time. So don't get mad at me. Sometimes I don't get it. You know what I mean? I'm not that quick sometimes. I could be just, my brain is a little off sometimes, all right? Back to my original statement. My original life, my original conversation. Thank you, Monash. Thank you. Listen, sometimes you can't stop yourself from experiencing this beauty of this life just because you are stuck in an ugly relationship. You can experience life beautifully, or you can experience life ugly. And that's whether you're single or not. Okay? I believe it's called a Kyanite. Kyanite, something like that. I completely don't know how to spell it. And hey, Irene, thank you. It's 2:28 a.m. over here. Where are you, Shanice? Where are you at? But yeah, man, stop doing too much for people who don't, do you believe, that's right, Annie. Do you believe that you can be the right person? I mean, that you can do the right things for the wrong person? Hey, Nina, how are you doing? Can you do the right things for the wrong person? Can you? What do you think? Can you do the right things? Chicago, okay. Chicago in the house. 12:39 there. Jazz say yes. The elect say yes. Hey, the elect, how you doing? It's 9:30 in Denmark. Okay, you're in Europe too. Barlia say yes. Faith, is it Faith? Say yes. Nee say yes. Hell yeah. Loki say yes. Helena, hey Helena, how you doing? Say yes. How do I get out of my head that my husband is still cheating even though he say he's not? Listen, it's not about what somebody say. What's up, Grayson? It's not about what somebody says. Words lie. But I'm telling you all, you gotta stop believing yourself. Because if you're in a relationship and you are not free, you're not at peace, but maybe he's not cheating. I mean, maybe he stopped. But it's you to fix your thoughts. It's on you to fix your thoughts. If you want your relationship to work, take responsibility. And when the thought comes, just because the thought comes doesn't mean that it's real. Thank you, the elect. Just because the thought of it being there sometimes it's from your insecurities. Sometimes it's a memory. Sometimes it's not real. Do you feel like it's real? Does his body feel it's different? Does his spirit feel different? Only you can answer the question. I can't answer it for you. But sometimes if it doesn't feel different, and if he's showing you and proving you, he gave you his phone, you smell his drawers when he comes home. You smell his underwear when he comes home. You look at how much car mileage he has. You make sure you do the what do you call it? The ball tap. Thank you for the gifts. The ball, top his ball to see if it's empty. If it's cement in there, it'll be heavy and full. If it's not, it will be empty. But seriously, okay, all joke aside. You know what I mean? All joke aside. If he's doing the right thing to earn back your trust, then begin to trust him. Because if not, you're going to suffer. You are the one suffering every day. You are the one suffering. So maybe it's time to actually realize, right? Miss Whitney. I mean, seriously, maybe it's time to realize that your mind is playing tricks on you, right? Because it does that sometimes. Because it's fear, right? Fear. Into the facts, I can't do all this stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I can't do all this stuff at all. But some people do it. But if you're gonna do it to get you approved, then do it. Because some people actually stop cheating. Some people are actually not cheating. But if it makes you feel comfortable, if you don't trust somebody who you are with, you are suffering. You hear me? You don't trust your own thoughts. I mean, sometimes you can't, especially when you're depressed. Let me tell you, when you're depressed, don't trust your thoughts. When you're anxious, don't trust your thoughts. When you are hurt, don't trust your thoughts. When you are sad, don't trust them. When you're angry, don't trust them. Don't trust your thoughts if you're fearful. You can't, you really can't. Because it's going to be fearful thoughts, emotional thoughts. It's going to be sad thoughts. And those thoughts will change your frequency. Don't trust your thoughts when you are hurt. Especially when somebody leaves, don't trust them. Put your own thoughts there instead. That's why you got to choose your own thoughts wisely. Place your own thoughts there. Because you are responsible for what's up here. You are responsible. Nobody else. Nobody else is responsible for what you place here. So if you place the wrong thought there and you begin to suffer and feeling all these sicknesses, your stomach cramping, your heart is busted up in your chest, your arms hurt, you got tension in your neck, tension in your back, you can't breathe, then you are keeping the wrong thought. Put your thought there that you want. Seriously. And live that way. And when the truth comes, You'll know. You'll know. My own thoughts are happy thoughts. Facts. Good. Then keep those thoughts there. Keep those happy thoughts. And you know what though? You don't have to go with people's energy. You don't have to feel according to what they think or what they do. You can choose your own thoughts, but experience that or understand that the vibration will not be the same. If you're thinking happy thoughts, but the vibration from them is misery, the vibration don't match. Therefore, it's a lie. It's a lie what they are doing. See, your thoughts will match your frequency. When their frequency don't match your frequency, you know it's off. That's what you understand. Because of you, I know when it's emotions and when it's fact. I acknowledge it and say, I'm telling you, good, amazing, or amazing. Somebody asked a question earlier and I missed it. Somebody had asked a question. Let me scroll back up. I'm almost done, y'all. What happens when you are absent? When your absence change him, but now that I have had to be alone is not the same. Can you be a little bit more, what's the word? Detail in that question, Bowen? Because I don't like, what's not the same? The relationship being the same? You know, when you get used to somebody not being there, sometimes it's a good thing. Joy in the presence of God. Facts, Hillary, facts, facts. What's your question, Loki? I missed your question again. What's your question, Loki? Don't look for the negative requests. Everything be revealed to you. Facts. So if you... Loki, I didn't see your question. I didn't see a question. So what? This is what do to make me happy. Yeah, man. You gotta listen. You gotta do whatever you take. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, the elect. Good night, Deb. You have a beautiful night. Man, you gotta take your happiness into your own hands, man. You gotta. It's yours. You gotta take your own happiness into your hands because nobody's gonna bring it for you. It's not nobody's responsibility. It's not their duty. Don't be losing sleep over what somebody might be doing, what they could be doing. You know what I mean? Hey, from Bama, how you doing? Coco baby. Don't lose sleep over people, man. I told him that he taught me how to embrace being alone. Man, being alone is a beautiful thing. Okay, good. Okay, good, Bowen. Good. I'm glad. But yeah, man, sometimes when you get used to somebody's absence, you find strength. Because some people will try to punish you by removing themselves, by always leaving, by ignoring you. And sometimes you find your strengths. You find that your alone time is a beautiful time. Your alone time without them become beautiful. And you got to trust that. And when they come back, they always come back now. They always come back. Because they're trying to punish you. But that's the worst way to punish somebody. The worst way to punish somebody, facts are not facts, is to remove yourself because people get used to, like me personally, I love my space. I really love my space. So if I'm talking to you and we're together and you pull away yourself, listen, I get used to being alone so fast because I don't mind being alone. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being by myself. So I get into that place and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not even mad at you. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not miserable. I'm just good. So when you come back, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to get used to you again. I don't know how to get back into a serious relationship. Oh, Shanice, that's not good, man. Because you don't trust, huh? Open up your heart. Learn to trust again. You've ever been alone? You know, I had a friend, man. A platonic friend. I had a friend. Great friend. Me and her was very close. And I had a relationship while I had her as a friend. We were just platonic friends. And she found a boyfriend. And when she found a boyfriend, I realized that she wasn't talking to me anymore. Her conversation was short. Because we talked all the time. But we were platonic friends. Never no attraction, never no physical stuff. Never. It was none of them, those stuff. Because I loved her as a friend. She was like one of my best friends. She encouraged me a lot, and I encouraged her a lot. But when she had a boyfriend, man, I realized that when I called her, she wasn't answering my calls anymore. So I'm like, okay. I wasn't mad. But then she stopped calling me too. So I'm like, okay, I get it. So, I didn't call anymore because, I get used to not talking. And then after a while, I guess her boyfriend and her broke up. And she called me. And I was like, hey, how are you? I mean, I wasn't mad. But I couldn't have those same conversations anymore. Because I got used to her not being there. So she's like, you don't talk to me anymore? I'm like, I gotta get used to you again, and I don't feel like getting used to you again. I don't really feel like getting used to you. It ain't like I was scared that she would stop talking to me again, because that's not a big deal. But I was like, oh man, I'm already used to not talking to you. I already used, that space becomes silent. I don't want to fill up, I don't want to fill up that space again with conversations and phone. And she, up to this day, it's been a couple of years, and up to this day, she's like, Kirk, we don't talk anymore. Listen, yeah, because when people show you who they really are, you gotta believe it. Yeah, I mean, and don't force yourself either, because they try to punish you. And even if they didn't try to punish you, it happened. It happened. And sometimes you're protecting yourself from being, no, Brenda, I don't experience abandonment. I don't have those issues. It's not about protecting myself. For me to open up to you, I think, but I didn't want to get into that space again because I didn't see her the same way. I'm like, man, I thought we were better than this. You know what I mean? I thought we were cool. But that space was occupied. Yeah, the feeling fades. The connection fades. I'm like, I'm no longer connected to you. So, like when you can't talk to when you are one with somebody, right? When you are one with somebody, you can connect to them and you can talk. You feel a connection. You miss them, you want to talk to them. But when the connection is broken, you don't want to do the same things anymore. You're like, I still love you. I still love you to death. The love didn't never change. But I didn't find the time to talk to her as much anymore. I'm like, you good. You know what I mean? Like, you good. He tried to show me that I would be worse without, and there you go. He tried to show you that you would be worse without him, and then bam, it went the other way. You became happier. People, that's abuse. You know what I'm saying? It's time to move on. Facts, Loki. That's abuse. That punishment just don't work. She lost her space in your life when she broke the connection. She lost her space. And I don't mind people leaving. One thing I do, I preach that people are going to come to you and they're going to leave. They're on the journey. Everybody's on a journey. That's why we can't be mad when people come and go. They're supposed to come and go. Because you have a lesson and they have a lesson to learn. We both have a lesson to learn. So they're going to come to you. And when their time is up, they leave. And you send them off with love. Listen. Go ahead, girl, with your fine self. Go ahead. I see you. No. Don't come back. Listen. Right, Loki? Hey, listen. You're like, no. You're fine. You're so smart and fine and beautiful. No. Don't. Stay over there. Don't come back. I still love you. I'm dead serious too. Look, Ross picked me. I'll be like, no. No. It doesn't mean I want you back over here in my space. You know what I mean? Because I love my space. But allow people to come and go. I don't really want you back after you're gone because, you know what I mean? Because people got to respect your boundaries too. You know what I mean? Wanted, no longer want from him. Yeah, facts. I mean, completely understand. That's the awakening spirit. Don't just come back. Yeah, I don't mind you leaving. Yeah, Annie, bro. Like, see, all joke aside, I'm in the space where love is in me, love is me continuously. Just every day. Just nothing changes because I realize it's my choice. So when you come, I welcome you. Hey, come on. I'm not going to think that you're going to leave. That's not I don't care if you leave or not, or if you're going to leave, or I don't have fear about you leaving. I don't have fears about you going. I don't have fears about you lying and you cheating. I don't have that experience. That don't live in me. So I welcome you. I'm vulnerable. I'm all in tune with you. I'm all there with you. I enjoy your company. I sit and I relax. I put my feet up and I relax and I enjoy your love. I enjoy your presence. I enjoy everything. So when it's done, I can say, at least I enjoyed it. Go your way. You're fine, beautiful, smart, intelligent, intellectual, spiritual self. Go ahead. Look at you. Oh, the way you walk is so beautiful. Go ahead. No. I don't want you back. I'm saying go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just admiring you. Go ahead. Ooh, Hercules. You know what I mean? Alex, I don't mind because everybody will come. I think many of us hate when they walk away because we think that we waste our time. We really think that we waste. You're not wasting your time because you are learning a lesson. Right, Candy? You are learning your lesson. You are taking what you got to take. But People sometimes make your journey more brighter because you get company. Yeah, Herculesa, right? Nightlife, Herculesa. People sometimes bring you more joy, enjoyment. Tell me the truth. You ever been around somebody, a man or a woman, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and you just feel so good on days, you just, when they're around you just, you didn't waste your time because you broke up. You enjoy the moment. You never wasted your time. You enjoy the moment. It's just that you don't want the time to end. And it's going to end. It might or it mightn't. But whether it does or not is not your business. Your business is to enjoy what you have. Excuse me. Your business is to enjoy what you have now while it's there. Enjoy while it's there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful experience. Because if you don't enjoy it while it's there, when it's gone, you're going to suffer even more. Now you lost twice. You're miserable twice. You know what I mean? Thank you, Loki. And thank you, Christina. And thank you, Miss Whitney. Thank you guys. Wherever you are, notice me sneeze, huh? But I'm telling you, man, allow people. Thank you guys so much. But thank you. Not thank you. Let people come. Welcome them. And if you could do this, life will change for you. If you have the ability to do what I just said, life will change for you drastically. Because now, you don't need no protection to cover your heart. You don't need no fear. But what if? But what if he leaves? What if she leaves? What if they leave? Let them leave. But enjoy each moment. What they're doing outside of what you is their business. Enjoy the moment. Your ego is so attached to you that you think, well, don't make me look stupid. You don't look stupid. You're not doing anything wrong. All you're doing is love. Love people. Open your heart. Don't be afraid. I promise you. The experience is so much greater. Hey, Mama Sita, how are you doing? I ain't seen in a while. Thank you. If the experience is so much amazing when you have no fear of them leaving. Because to be honest, let me tell you the truth. When you are a fun person, people want to be around you. But the thing is, we stop being fun. Many of us, we get 30 years old, we stop being fun. We get 35 years old, we stop getting fun. We be 40 years old and fun don't happen. Hey, Hope Grant, fun stop. So when people are around you, let me go. God, this ain't fun. We stop being fun because we are so fearful. Be fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, be fun. Have fun. Stop being an adult so much. You know, when you go to work, be an adult. But have fun in your life because when the time has come, like for instance, like with your parents, right? With your parents, right? They'll be grumpy. I'm telling you, man. Check that, Loki. All right, Mamacitas, you be easy. Like with your parents, you have fun with them. So when they leave this earth, because they're going to leave before you, hopefully they leave before you do, because they don't want you to leave before them, because they're going to punish them. So hopefully, and this is a blessing. This is a blessing. I pray that your parents leave before you do. And some of you are going to think that that's a bad thing, but it's not. It's a very beautiful thing. That's a prayer of blessing. I hope your parents leave before you do. Because they can't take it when you leave first. They have lived. Now you're supposed to pass them. And then you live. And then your kids pass you. So I pray that I pray that you outlive your parents. But this is why you have fun with them. You talk to them. You enjoy them. My mother's wish was that she always see her children grow up and, yeah. You see what I'm saying? You be in tune with them, you love them. But then when it's come to an end, you wish them off with a smile because you don't want them to suffer. Hey, Torah. You don't want them to suffer. And, oh my God, please don't go. Please don't go, please. They're feeling guilty right before they die. That's not good. You send them off with hate and anger. Send them off with love. Listen, I cherish their time. Let them go in peace. Let them go in peace. Even in death, let people go in peace. Seriously, all jokes aside, let people go so that when they see you smile and say, they feel more secure. They feel more, okay, let me relax. It's my time. You good? Mama, I'm good. Trust me. You have created some beautiful children. We are ready. I don't want you to go. But now that you have to go, we know that you have to go. Because you can't stay here for long. This ain't for you to stay forever. Go enjoy your journey. Enjoy your trip. Have fun. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Stop all the stuff. You're doing too extra. You're making people feel guilty for going. You are making people feel guilty for going. And we really got to stop that. Allow people to continue their journeys. They're not here forever. We're not here forever either. But even in a physical life, because sometimes it's hard to mourn somebody that's still alive. I lost my dad in February. We both knew he left. Whatever. I love that. I love that. But now, even when people leave, leave us, leave our life. When they leave our life because there's time to go, let them go in peace. The same way, let people go in peace. I guarantee you, I knew it was hard. I knew it was hard. I completely knew it was, especially when you were younger. I knew it was hard. My condolences. I knew it was hard. Sometimes, shoot. Now, at this age in my life, I'm 40-something years old. I love my mom to death or to life. But I understand that she has to go too. So when she goes, I'm giving her blessings. Listen, you. But then again, I'm at that age in my life, though. Where I no longer depend on her for much of my stuff because I have my own family now. But I understand that she must go in peace. And I want her to be as peaceful as she can when she go. She go with a smile and reassurance that everything is good. You have done your part. You have did your part. Go in peace. Go in peace. But we have to do that with people. Ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends. How many of us, be honest, how many of us are still miserable because somebody have divorced us or left us? Be honest. How many of us are still miserable? Carrying anger, hate, and resentment and all this I should have. You, Candy? You, man, listen. How many of us are still suffering that the people had to go? Don't suffer anymore. Don't try to stop somebody's journey. No, that's pretty selfish. It's all egotistically. Go, Loki. Don't try to stop somebody's journey. Margaret, that's you too. Christina, you too. Don't try to stop somebody's journey. Just because they're not going where you think that they should go, they shouldn't go with you. They have their path. You was a stop. You was a short stop. You was a stop. Let people go. Let your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, ex-wife, let people go in peace. Let them continue their journey. Fiance, he died and I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But we must let people go on, especially when they leave you for somebody else. They leave you because they were done with you. Same to you, Bowen. You have a good night too, my mom. But I understand. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be easy because you missed them. But understand, one thing about your parents is this. The blood, same blood. Cells, same connection, same DNA. You can speak to your mom right now. You can speak to your ancestors right now. You really can. When you speak, you are speaking to them. Your words are them. You mirror them. Your nose that you have is theirs nose. It's not even your nose. Your eyes ain't yours. It's theirs. You are borrowed from them. You are derived from them and evolved from them. You are an evolved version of them. Same thing. You are one. There is no disconnection. Even the Bible will tell you that can't even separate you from the love of God. But we are all connected. Love binds you. I felt cheated because my died in her 40s. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty early. That's pretty early. I understand that for sure. I definitely get that. I'm from the Caribbean, Terry. But yeah, man. But seriously, I think one of our biggest problems is letting people go. People who are not meant to be there. People, if somebody is in your life treating you bad, abusing you and disrespecting you, lying and cheating, and you're still sad when they leave, I don't understand. I don't get it. If somebody's abusing you, sad, they're treating you badly, they're ignoring you, they are doing all these things against you, disrespecting you, don't be sad when they leave. Because when they left, it's time to elevate. Because as soon as they leave you, you feel different. Some people have left you and you feel a whole lot different. Your spirit shifted. You're like, oh, shoot. People start calling you now. Job opportunities, promotions, because they've been holding your energy back. They've been holding your vibration down for so long. When people leave you who've been abusing you, okay, what you crying for? Many times we want to hold on to these people because those are the only people. The reason why we hold on to these people so long is because those are the only people that can make you feel relevant. We choose these people because those are the only people who never accepted you. So when they finally accept you is when you will feel relevant. is when you're going to feel worthy. You know why? Because that's control. They make you feel so bad that even though they abuse you, disrespect you, cheat and lie on you and to you, you can't leave. Because if you leave, the opportunities so that one day that they can make you feel important, they can make you feel worthy, they can make you feel happy, is going to go. And maybe they'll do that for somebody else. And that bothers you. And that's a psychological effect that has on you. And you don't even know. That's a psychological issue that it has on you. And you have been controlled. It's psychological. It's not real. Because the ones who do us the most is the ones that we can't leave. Because that's the only ones. It's like your parents. Sometimes your parents do it to you too. What you do is never enough. You got to fight for their love. You got to do what they say. They domesticated you. You got to do what they say so that they can love you. You feel like you got to stay on for one day. Just for one day. Just for one day. When they say, I'm proud of you. And you're waiting for that all your life. You're waiting for that all your life. Let me tell you this right here. I'm telling you. You have a choice in walking away. You have a choice. So it's time, sometimes you got to separate yourself. It's a mind game. Control, not real. It's not real. Because you are free. You just don't know sometimes. You have been free. You know? You know what the scripture said? What does the scripture say? Those who Christ has free forever. Is that what it said? I didn't leave sooner. Can curses from ex-husband have effect on someone's life? Hey Empress, how you doing? Long time no see. Can curses have effect on somebody's life from ex-husband curses? Understand this. When you sleep with somebody, you share in their life. You share in their energy. You are sharing whatever they have from their ancestry, from their present, from their past. You are sharing people's energy, right? Because there's a download. Remember, when you sleep with somebody, that orgasm that you experience, that climax, is that transference of energy. Is when you transfer the most of your DNA, the most of your energetical DNA, just shh. Because now you have elevated, right? You have an elevated state of mind. And as you are elevated, you are sending more, right? When the body is aroused, it's making a way to give birth to something. It's bringing something, okay? So you elevate your body. Your mind elevates. Your feelings are elevated. And at this point, you are at your peak of creation. At that state, you are literally sending energy. So whatever that person have in their life, thank you, Empress. And whatever you have, you are transferring them to each other. This is what we must understand. So somebody's curses or energy, what they carry in, completely switches to you and yours to them. It messes with us. It controls you. That soul tie control you. But, however, you have a way to be still and remain still, so you burn it off. If you don't be still, you can't burn it off. You have to be still and know that God, that's it. When you stay still, God's going to do the rest, right? Because when you stay still, you're not adding karma on top of the karma that you're already adding to. What if he comes and I don't? Sometimes it's not just the orgasm. You want to be technical, huh? What if you come and I don't? It's not just the orgasm alone, but how is your reaction? Right? So every time I touch you, right? If I touch you, understand, if I put my hands on your hands, there's a transfer of energy. If I just touch you, energy is transferred to me. Okay? Bam. Unto you. Sex is one of those things that transfer a bigger, it's a bigger transfer because now it's more emotions, right? It is more reaction. And you are in tune with your higher self because now you elevate your entire body and your mind. So the transference happen anyways. But the bigger the reaction is, the longer it stays with you. The bigger the reaction is, the harder it is to fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a bigger exchange. It's ritual, right, Miss Whitney? It's a ritual. Sex is a ritual. And you gotta be careful, man, because that ritual is real. The ritual is real. Hence, no strings attached doesn't technically make sense. It's stupid. It's very stupid. No strings attached? Oh, no. There's strings attached. It's called sperm, right? Semen have a string. There is always strings attached. You cannot, listen, it is very hard to disconnect from a touch. It's very hard. It's almost impossible to disconnect from a touch. To say, you know what? Nothing is past. If I touch you, right? If I touch you, something is past. It has to. So even in sex, it is impossible for no strings attached. That stuff doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's something that people say because they don't know the power that they have within them. You are an antenna. You download and upload information 24/7. Everything you touch become a part of you. Everything you touch. And this is why we have a problem, or this is why we have a hard time being still, because we are pulled in many directions, because we are connected to so much things. Magnetism, right? Exactly. You are magnetic. And this is why it's so hard to stay still. Because when you sit still, you are being pulled. I don't touch people. Sometimes I do, when I feel safe. But I don't touch people. There's a lady, I live in Estonia, by the way. There's a lady who found my lives on here. She found my life. She lives here in Estonia. And she works in a restaurant close to where I go pick up some food, some Indian food. And every time I go, she's probably looking at me right now. Every time I go, sometimes she used to even tell me the food is ready before it was ready so that she can talk to me and hug me. Right? Because one day I ordered food, right? I ordered food and I got a note that says my food is ready, but it was like 15 minutes. It's ready already? And I went and I'm like, so yes, where's my food? And she's like, what is that ready? I just said it because I wanted to talk to you and see you and hug you. And she hugged me, and it's so good to hug you. So I'm like, you know what? I don't even mind. You know, it doesn't bother me. But she still hugs me every time she sees me. And it's a complete stranger, but she works in a restaurant. But we have to know who we're touching. Focus on the vibes. Special services, people like hugging me. I feel good. My energy feels good. And she's like, the things that you say sometimes, she said, the stuff that you say just makes me feel different. So I just want to hug you. I mean, but we have to be careful though. We have to be careful. I want to hug you if I ever meet you in person. But yeah, we have to be careful, man. We have to understand that everything is a transfer of energy. But here's the thing, right? If you keep your energy high, if you keep your frequency high, right? If you keep your frequency high, what happens is this right here. Whatever people are trying to pass to you, don't come to you. Do you understand this? If you keep your energy high, your frequency high, I don't care what people send to you. If they touch you, it doesn't have to stay with you. If I meet you, I need the hug at least. High five. But yeah, I don't really like touching people. Because you could experience some things by touching people. You could experience some things. He already knows I'm going to hug. General intentions. Flying high, right? I love hearing this. I'm learning. Good, Misada. Good, Torah. Yeah, man, but we gotta be careful, man. Everybody don't. There's many cultures right now. Many cultures don't shake hands and hug. If you look at the Hindu culture, they don't hug. They don't shake hands. They give you this, blessings. Namaste. I bow down to you. I recognize you. That's what it really means. I don't want to hug you or shake you or touch you. I recognize you. The level, man, listen, there's some things that you don't understand, which I won't get in. It's definitely a choice to stay in bad energy. Facts. Touch is contagious. I'm telling you, that's why we can't stay still. We have to be careful. I used to, massage therapist. Yeah, that's a big job right there. I love music, because sometimes you pick up people's energy and it just make you sick. You touch people and it makes you sick. And you got to be very careful, man. You got to be very careful. Yeah, Chinese too, right? I'm telling you, some Asian stuff do that too. So we gotta be careful, man. Sometimes listen. If you find yourself hard to meditate, to sit still without moving in the same place with no music and stuff, you might want to just practice it more often. Because it might be you are just too much. It's too much you are being touched and your body's being pulled. Estonians just give you a sign. Estonians, man, they are different, man. They are different. I do an intimate contact sport, dance. Okay. But how good is a proper hug with a man? Listen, Irene, I ain't gonna lie. A great hug would make you, especially when both people are in a space, when there's good intentions, when there's love. A hug, when you hug, right, you transfer energy, and that, that in that moment, a hug is just, especially when you needed it, it's a beautiful thing. A hug can be a very beautiful thing. I don't want to tell you not to hug people. Hugs are very powerful. They are nice, but understand that it's not, people, it all depends on how you used to live your life. Before I knew about energy, I hugged everything and everyone. Now I'm yeah, man, you got to be careful. Sometimes when I go out and return home, I feel drained. Yeah, Yvonne. I will give you the best hug ever. I know, right, Irene? I could need a hug. Hey, Jazz, how are you doing, man? You could need a hug? Hug the right person. A hug will be faster than a kiss. Oh, yeah. Use protection when you hug. But when you go out and you get drained, you know what, though? Let me tell you why you get drained when we go out. Let me tell you why. The reason why you get drained. I'm going to say this. It's not going to be received well, but I understand this. I struggled from anxiety for many years, and I used to always be drained instantly every time I go out and I experience people's energy. Okay? So when you're in big groups and when you experience people's energy, you don't get drained, right? Good. When you get drained, it's because you are carrying so much low vibrations. Seriously. It's not what you want to hear, but you are carrying a lot of things. You are carrying maybe remnants of anger, remnants of not healed, or being sick, or being all these thoughts. And then every time, since you're carrying that energy, when you go around people who might be carrying that energy, you pick it up stronger. And because energy connects, right? Energy connects to energy. And like energy connects. So if I'm sad and I walk around somebody who's sad, mine is now evolved into a bigger sadness. I feel more sad, right? I feel more of what I feel. So if I'm carrying anger and I come around you who's angry, anger begins to be bigger. So when you're carrying all these things around, these low vibrations, sadness and anger and unforgiveness and resentment, when you are in crowd, most people, I won't say most, a vast amount of people are carrying low vibrational energy. So now, when you're around them, yours drained because you connect to theirs very quickly. You connect to them. He connects to you. So now you are being controlled. So now yours are being drained. So when you leave your house, power up yourself. It's like when your mom tells you to eat before you leave the house so that you won't get hungry. Power up yourself. Good energy. Hugs are beautiful. My son and mama hug all the best. I bet. My ex told me he isn't coming back, but we can see how to move next. My ex told me he isn't coming back, but we can see how to. Man, let them people go. Let them folks go. Let them. Listen, we need to start. Listen, let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you how to do it. We give exes too much damn options. We give exes too much options. You give them too much attention. So they just, you want my love? Do this. You want this? Do that. When you have an ex, stop entertaining them people. They think that they can control you, and they do control you when they go and come and they entertain those. My ex told me, who the F cares? Let your F. Why are you talking to him anyways? Why are you talking to her? You know what I mean? Like, let them jokers have no power over how you feel, what you do, what you want, your desire, your thoughts, your expectations. They shouldn't have none of those powers. If an ex is telling you, well, I don't want you anymore, but maybe when I come back, no, man, no, come on now, relax, no, stop entertaining that ex. It's just too much. Oh my God, no. People controlling you everywhere you go. Let them jokers go in peace. You can't let somebody go without letting them go. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let them go without letting them go. When you let somebody go, let go of the emotional connection. When the emotion comes, okay, I see it. It's okay. Don't fight it. Don't expect better. Don't think about what could have happened, what still could happen. It is done. Some things Let the sleeping dog lay. Is that what the thing say? Let people go. Because if they wanted to stay, they would stay, right? Let me tell you how you do when somebody's ready to go. When they leave. That's a big sign. When they're ready to, and it's stupid. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. But one reason or one how to tell somebody's ready to go is when they go. If they go, they don't want to stay. See how you didn't want to go, but you didn't go. You stay your ass right there. You stayed. What if they wanted to stay? They would have stayed. When they go, don't allow people to come and go in your house because they're going to track dirt all over your floor. You don't know where they're coming from. And you don't know what energy that they're coming with. They're coming with a whole bunch of other stuff, other expectations, other failed relationships, other grass greener crap. Let people stop. No. Don't entertain the crap. You know, one of my exes told me, you know, Kirk, when I'm done with my husband, I'm coming back to you. Girl, if you don't get your little ass out of my life, you know what I mean? If you don't get your little crazy little behind, good day. If you don't get your little crazy, you come back where? In my head, when I think about asking people to... Listen, if you don't get your little ass, come back where? You think that you have that kind of power? You think I want... Look at me. I don't even look nothing like what I looked like when I was with you. I look nothing like it. I'm not there anymore. I'm not... It was good when 20 years ago it was good. You know what I mean? 20 years ago, I was there. 20 years later, I can't fit there anymore. It doesn't work for me. Listen, sometimes you can't go back. Because you know why? You can't fit there anymore. Even if you could go back, you won't no longer fit there. It doesn't work. You can't fit in the space. You have evolved. The space is still tiny. That space is a bunch of expectation. That space is tight. That space can no longer hold you. It held you then because you was this small. Now you have evolved. That space cannot hold you. Don't go back. Listen, get your little... Kirk, you know what? Hey, Knock, how we doing? Kirk, you know what? When I'm done with my husband, what? Ma'am? Thank you, Loki. You know something? Ma'am? You know what, though? You don't want to be rude, right? Tora, you don't want to be rude. Ma'am? Excuse me? I'm just saying, when I'm done with you, when I'm done with my husband, you know, I'm coming back to you. Get you, girl. I'm not mad at you either. But you think that you could come back? For what? To do what? To try again? Try what again? It didn't work. It's okay. We are okay. We are perfectly fine. You be there, I'll be here. Hey, Kirk. To go and find a husband and say, I'm telling you, hey, we good. I'm just saying, for real, like, hey. But if you don't get your little ass from my phone talking that nonsense, need to hear, I just said no to the Bronx. But I'm telling you, man, people want to play games with you. They want to come and go. They want to come, go. Listen, I'm telling you, every time they walk in your house, you are just too good. Listen, every time they walk in your house, they're leaving a mess behind them. You can't sleep no more. Every time they come, oh my God, you're leaving again. I don't understand why you keep playing games, right? And every time you sleep with them, you feel anxious. I've moved on, just live your life. Yeah, you do the same. You know, every time, you know, do you notice that every time you go back, you just feel worse? You just feel anxious. Your energy change. Every time you know, because, you know, every time, I used to be the one that comes back and I'm telling you from listen, okay. So for those who don't know me, I did a lot of things when I was younger, right? In my 10 years, 20 years ago stuff. So I'm talking about me. I know y'all don't know this because I wasn't always conscious Kirk. I was abusive Kirk too. I'm just being, listen, I'm just telling you all the truth. And many of you probably gonna think I wasn't like this. This was me. Facts, for you. I'm talking about me. Oh, thank you, W. Thank you. Seriously, I was talking about me. Your growth is a whole different direction. Thank you. I'm serious. I'm talking about me. I was bad. I was terrible. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't bad. If you met me back then, you would hate me. But I wasn't bad as in bad. I thought I was justified in my badness, but I was just hurt. You know? I was just hurt. But I'm talking about me. I used to go and come just to prove a point. But I met this woman one day, and I tried that crap with her because I was used to doing it. Because, it's not the first time we did it. You understand? It's not the first time we did it. A man just don't meet you at 35 years old and think that this is the first time that he's going to disrespect a woman. It's the first time. This is my first time ever leaving and coming back to a woman. No, we do it all the time. It's a practice. It's a behavior. It's a behavior. It's not the first. He knows what he's doing. We know what we're doing. I knew what I was doing. I did it. And I did it again when I met this lady. I met her. And one day I was in her house and she was cooking. And she just said something that I didn't like. And I had a strong ego. I had a big ego. My ego was huge. Like, who are you talking to? She's like, what do you mean? I'm talking to you. And I got up from her couch. And I walked out and I slammed her door. And I was used to a woman saying, no, come back. And she put her head up and she continued cooking. So I waited in my car. I'm like, is she gonna come? Is she coming? Damn, she's not coming. 10 minutes passed. Oh, shoot, she's not coming. So I walked back in the house and she's like, no. Keep going. Don't come back in my house. Don't come back in my house. Right? Hey, darling, how you doing? I missed you too. Where you been? She's like, no, go ahead. You walked out. Go ahead, don't come back. I was like, what you mean? She's like, why are you coming back? You walked out. You slammed my door? Oh, no, get your ass out. I'm like, what? She's like, Kirk, get out of my house. I said, God damn. After a couple of months, she let me back in. So I went back. I apologized. Sorry. My ego was still bad. Right? I left her again at nighttime. It was late night. I walked out because she was, it's because, when you question a man, and I'm just saying this. All right, Jason, I see you, man. And I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about me. She had that good, boy, yes, boy. She was cooking. She was a good chef, boy. She was a good chef. She was amazing. But I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about me. But I represent a lot of men. Back in the days, I represent a lot of men. It was nighttime and she said something. I got mad and I put my clothes on. And I thought about it. I'm like, man, should I leave? No, she's going to stop me because it's nighttime. It's late. And I walked out again. And I'm driving and I'm like, God dang, she didn't call me back. So I called her phone to explain. She didn't answer. So I called her back. She didn't answer. I'm like, God, she didn't answer on the phone. I called her phone. I'm driving home. She didn't answer. Boy, that girl ignored the hell out of me. She said, Kirk, you're a man. And that's not how men behave. You have problems. I'm not a woman. I'm not a little girl. She said, I'm a grown woman. That's not how you do to a woman. Listen, I learned my lesson. I was like, but I'm sorry though, because you pissed me off. She said, I pissed you off, so you disrespect me like that. You gonna leave? If you're gonna leave, leave. Don't come back. That day, I questioned my actions. I was like, damn, she really put it to me. Because nobody I had before that. Listen. Nobody I had. Listen. No, the one who puts up with the most gets the most issues. I've done it to all of these women before, but her, she just wouldn't accept it. She like, Kirk, I don't know who you dealing with before, but nah. I was hooked on her, you hear me? I was hooked. One reason was back in the days, I had a big ego, so she challenged my ego. I couldn't leave this woman. And after that, she wouldn't take me back. I tried for like a year. She wouldn't take me back. I grew up, you hear me? And even I had to grow up. She wouldn't take me back. No, we don't talk. I don't think she likes me anymore. But I apologize. When I became on this journey, I apologized to her. I apologize. I apologize to most people that I have messed up or that I have hurt. But I apologized to her. I sent her a long email. I didn't want her back. I just apologized. She never responded. And it's okay. I wasn't looking for a response. But my point is right here. People know what they're doing. My ex still want me back after 2 years. I was the first one who didn't. I'm telling you. See, many times, a lot of people takes people crap. And you think that the more I take his crap is the more he's gonna see the wife that I am or the husband that. The more you take his crap, you begin to think, you begin to create the thing in your head. Well, when he sees that I'm a ride or die, you know that stupid thing. When he sees I'm a ride or die, and that nobody could love him like I do. Oh, that nonsense. He don't want you because he doesn't respect you. Matter of fact, the reason why he keep doing it is because he doesn't respect you. The reason why he do it is because he doesn't respect you. And the more you put up with it, he loses respect for you because you're going to let me do all this to you? No, don't get me wrong. He doesn't respect himself. That's why he's doing it. But it's a stupid thing. Because the more you allow somebody to walk over you, how can he respect you? How can he pick you up? No, you belong there. In his mind, you belong there. That ride or die stuff is a very sad people's mentality. Miss Whitney at 4 a.m., right? So I'm telling you all, man. I'm telling you all. For many of you who think that you're going to put up with people's drama, people's stuff, people's this, people's that, don't do it. Because no, you know why? Do you know what's going to happen? Is the one he meet after you who don't put up with this crap is the one he marries. And then you're still thinking, oh my God, he probably doing worse to that lady. No, he probably respecting her because she won't take that nonsense. She refuses to take it. This woman refused to take my crap. She refused to take my garbage. She refused it with all her heart. She's like, oh, Kirk, you got the wrong one. No, that's not how I... And she didn't cuss me out either. She didn't raise her voice. I'm like, God dang, I'm not used to this. When I left, she didn't, Kirk. Because I had one that when I left, Kirk, where you going, Kirk? But this one, when I left, back to cooking. I was like, God dang. Nighttime I left, it was midnight. I had to drive 2 hours home. I called back. Because I felt bad, so I called her just to see if I could turn back. Because I didn't feel like driving. It was too far. I didn't feel like driving 2.5 hours. So when I called her, thinking that she was going to answer the phone, so I could say, listen, I'm coming back. She didn't answer. So I had to keep going. Hey! She didn't answer. Oh my God. Damn, I'm going to drive this whole long ass 2.5 hours. Because I really didn't want to go. I really didn't want to go. I really didn't. Honestly, I didn't want to go. It was too long. 2.5 hours at midnight. I was tired. We had sex earlier. So I was drained. I'm not answering the phone. So I texted her. I'm like, you're not answering the phone. She didn't text me back either. I know you're not sleeping. And if you're sleeping, you're good. If you're sleeping now, you are listen. Good. You are welcome. I'm serious, man. We know what we're doing. You hear me? This ain't our first time doing it. This ain't our first time disrespecting a woman. This is not, she humbled me. This is not, you put in work and couldn't sleep on it. Listen, this ain't the first time when I'm slamming the door and walking out. This isn't the first time. The last time the woman chased me. This time, you not chasing him. And watch what he does. Watch what he does. You challenge his ego. Oh, you want to use your ego? I'm going to challenge your ego. I bet he calls first. I guarantee he calls first. Don't answer the phone. Relax. Don't let somebody walk up to you, slam the door. No, you're not welcome back. You slam my door, you ain't coming back. I promise you. What's up, Fly Fit? Man, we know what we're doing. You ain't not the first time. Don't answer them calls. You ain't the first one that he played. You're not the first one. He is 40 years old. He's 35 years old. He know what he doing. He's first. Fly Fit, what's good, man? How you doing, bro? See, hey, my brother could tell you. That's my brother, Fly Fit. We were stationed together. He's still in the military. We were stationed together in Texas. Man, I'm chilling, man. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you forever. You change your locks. Oh, you change your locks? That's what I'm talking about. Change them damn things, man. But yeah, we know what we're doing, man. But we just do it anyways because we don't expect you all to. Because, women will, a lot of times you all be feeling bad for a man. You know what? Okay, let me tell you all some facts. Let me tell you all something, okay? Something that you all don't like to hear. Something that's going to hurt some of your feelings. And it's not about you. You look at a man. His behaviors, his actions, his financial situation, his life, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I understand. I'm not one of those gold diggers. I'm not one of those women that's going to, only want you when you're up. Them jokers, listen, don't feel sorry for men. Listen, go ahead. There was a song growing up in the Caribbean. It says, if you're sorry for a dog, you're going to come back and bite you. A lot, Loki, a lot. The day he left, I changed my locks on his show. He never, I feel you, man. The song says, sorry for Marga dog. He gonna come back, bite you. Listen, I'll be feeling sorry for men. A lot of times, we men put ourselves in those situations. All these kids that we have paying all this child support, don't give him no money. Don't give him no money. All this stuff that he have, this trust issues, don't try to make him trust you by doing all this crap that you don't have comfortable doing. Listen, you don't understand. All that life, you know, when I was experiencing, listen, see, my brother's saying right. I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I played games for so long, right? I played games and women for so long, right? Here's the thing. When I stopped playing games, it was hard because reality hit me. So now I'm like, I have trust issues. I'm telling women, I have trust issues. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Let him with the trust. Let him with his trust issues. You know what it's called? It's called karma. Karma whooped my ass. You hear me? Karma whooped my ass. Let that man go through what he went through. His lessons to learn. You can't stop trying to turn this and turn that and to submit your bodies into place that you're going to make, you know, I just want you to trust me. No, it's not about you. This is far past you. Stop with that stupid thing, man. You are doing too much. That man must learn his lesson. See, a lot of men now get older, 40s and 50s, and they were a woman now. They're ready to settle down, and now their mind can't be still. When your mind can't be still, that means what you have done is coming back to you. It must come back to you. It must. Them karma got hands. I'm telling you. Them hands, boy. When them karma put their hands on you, because one thing about karma, it never forgets your address. It follows you everywhere you go. And when it's time to act up, it whoops your ass. Boy, these men, you think that you could just play games with women and expect not to be play games with? Oh, it's coming back to you. Hold on to grace. I'm telling you, because they can't stop. We know what we're doing. We know exactly. But you are trying to make so much thing. Well, it's because, you know, I mean, I know you ain't got no money. Why he ain't got no money? Ask him why. Ask him why. I know you don't have anything. Ask him why. I know you ain't got no place to stay. No. Cut that. You are trying to create. You are trying to. No, you are doing too much. These men know what they're doing. So I'll be feeling sorry for men. These men that you feel sorry for will come back and bite you. Can you deal with a man who has his stuff already? Can you deal with a man who has already been through his karma and who have learned his lesson? Hey, Susie, can you deal with a man can you meet a man who's now standing on his 2 feet? You ain't got to feel sorry for these men. Know what they're doing. It's not your place to heal them. That's not your place. You're not Jesus. You ain't God. You ain't Allah. You ain't Muhammad. You ain't Krishna. You ain't Buddha. With no resting place. You just want to find a place. No, man, stop that stuff. Stop trying to do too much for a man. Because to be honest, a man, when he comes, you don't have to do much for him to recognize you. He recognizes you without you trying that hard. He recognizes you. He sees you. All right, Loki, you be good, all right? You have a beautiful day. You have a beautiful day. And sleep well. You ain't got to, man, listen, let the man go about his business. Let the man, hey, oh, you insecure? Oh, you can't trust nobody? A bunch of women want to fit a facts. Exactly, Fight Fit. You are just trying to make him fit. Man, let the man go. He ain't ready yet. You know, I can't. You know, they come to you with some sad story. And I'm talking, because I can't, I have trust issues. I don't trust women. And you're like, oh my God. Greetings from Holland. How are you doing? Oh my God, you have trust issues for real? So I could be the one that makes you trust. Oh, now you're gonna sell your soul to make him trust you. Because he will never trust you. Because he have issues. It's called karma. When I was in my 20s. Kasha. Seriously. It's called karma. Karma ain't letting him go. All the crap that he have done, he has faith in them now. He can't rest his mind. Don't feel sorry for these men. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for them. Hey, Foxy Trini, don't feel sorry for them. Because they in love. Man, I'm telling you. I'm doing great too. I'm doing great. Thank you. Don't feel sorry for these jokers. These jokers know. A man knows when he's playing games. He knows when he walks out on you. He knows. But you know what he does? He's trying to go do what he got to do. And then he knows that you are desperate. He knows that you are waiting for him to come home. So you won't even ask him questions because you don't want to argue. They put you in so much control, or they have taken the control from you so much that now when he could do his stuff for you, I hear a woman saying all the time,